Yo, Ben, you're going crazy.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning, great Monday morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Cindy was the first in the chat. I see your comment an hour ago, baby. Everybody in the chat, Bino, Nicole, everybody in the chat, what's up? Good morning. Vaughn is in the building. Let's go, man. We getting good vibes this morning. Let's go. Let's get to it. Y'all know how we pop this thing off, man. Hey, let me know where you watching from this morning. First of all, before we jump off today, first we just got to thank God. First of all, before we even jump into anything, let's thank God for a second, man. Just thank him for the opportunity to be in front of you all again. Thankful for the opportunity for you all to be here again to share this morning show, this Coach Smook morning show segment with your boy. Y'all, I'm feeling good, man. We was actually trying to do some things with the RSVP link. We got to finalize some things for the tailgate. But we got some new features on there that we didn't know we had for the last event. So we excited about that, trying to do some final tweaks on that so we get that out to you. But again, man, definitely grateful to God for being here today, man. Without him, there is no us, there is no me, there is no none of this. And so I'm definitely grateful for that. And also, we just want to, once again, for everybody that didn't hear it from us Friday night or didn't get the chance to really interact with us yesterday, Coach Smook and the Morning Show squad, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that were able to celebrate yesterday. Hopefully, your Mother's Day was filled with joy and love and appreciation. And for those that don't have the mothers, hopefully, something was able to fill that void, or at least, give you that happy feeling that you desire on those holidays, man. But for real, man, just Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers I had the opportunity to enjoy. My mom yesterday, we was able to go home. We ended up beating my brother and my auntie real bad on the card table. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Got to get a lot of energy out yesterday, man. Was on that road, got back home and passed out. I was in the middle of trying to do some work for this morning and just passed out. And of course, it was already like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I had to go ahead and make it do what it do. But we got everybody in the building this morning, man. It looked like we are going up. The numbers are going up right now. We got 34 live here on YouTube. We got 8 live on Twitter. Make sure if you're on Twitter, man, and you really trying to interact with the comments, come over to the YouTube side. Twitter is kind of there for broadcasting and promotional purposes. But you really want to get active, get in the chat, want to talk to some other people, want to see your comment on the screen, come over to the YouTube side at Coach Smook on YouTube. And don't forget to follow at Coach Smook on all platforms, man. We got a lot of collabs we about to be bringing out this month. For the month of June, got a lot of episodes, a lot of different vibes getting ready to be posted. We got a lot of stuff. He said the mic is muffled. Let me see. Let me check. Mic check, uno, dos. Mic check, uno, dos. Tell me how I sound now. Mic check, uno, dos. Mic check, uno, dos. Sound better? What's good, y'all? But y'all, I'm so glad to be here. Hopefully it sounds better. Dang, man. Vontae, see, that's why I hate that I taught him just about everything I know, because I heard it as soon as, now that I adjusted it, I hear it now. I hear the difference. So yeah, appreciate you, my boy. Look, taught him good, didn't he? He said, Mike, sound good. Look, that's what I'm talking about. But listen, run it up in the chat right now, man. Where are you watching from? Good morning, and where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from, because we want to get into the phone call segments today. We're going to go over a few little hotlines that we've seen. I've been, kind of scanning Twitter, checking, the Bama verse of everything and trying to see where everything is going, what news just came out. We had a few guys come from the portal to speak over the week. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a good day to talk some Bama football. Plus, we got some recruit talk. We got some recruiting talk, and then we're going to get into our speculation period. We like to get into it and talk, what could and can't happen. So let's get into it. I see Antonio Snell watching from PCB, my boy. What's good? Appreciate you for tapping in this morning. Bino watching from Franklin, Tennessee. Tiff Tap TV watching from the Ham. Jarvis Mitchell also up there in the city, Magic City, baby. Hey, good morning from Savannah, Georgia. That's my sister. Good morning, sister. Again, happy Mother's Day. I texted you yesterday, but Walton Beach, my brother Tommy Golson. Appreciate you for pulling up. Kristen Blood 22 jumping from Fredericksburg, Virginia. We got Montgomery, Alabama in the town. Gumptown stand up. Gil Cruz said he watching from his desk at work in downtown Brooklyn. Please put him on the ground. Get your hands on the ground. Birmingham, Alabama. Nicole is in the chat, baby. Let's go, man. Zach, my boy Zach, he ready. He just ready to get back home and get back to his normal routine. I feel you, Zach. I be feeling like that too. You be glad to be on the road and go travel and see stuff. But then you be gone for too long. You ready to just lay in your bed. You ready for things to just be back to the way they was. You ain't trying to be all on the road. You getting cramped up in the car. I already know how I feel, man. I already know how it feels. So yeah, let's get into it, man. What he said. Antonio said he got some news. What kind of news you got, my boy? What kind of news you got? Jared Garrison, Freeport, Florida. Oh, why is my phone going on? Are we getting a flip today? Okay, look, we might have some action today. What's up, Brett? My boy B. Sullivan is in the chat. What's up? Calling from Casa de la Hines, Fort Mitchell, Alabama. Hey, they're my pops, man. We had some fun yesterday, y'all. Beautiful Sterling, Alabama is in the house. Yeah, down in the Mobile, down in Lower Alabama. We love it down there, man. Kicking this week off right. Listen, K-Spray, listen. We got some goals that we trying to reach here on YouTube, man. I love the fact that all of our live shows for the first week. Listen, I want y'all to take a moment to celebrate this because you all did it. All of our live shows for the first week, 100 plus likes. Every live show we did last week had 100 plus likes. So I appreciate you all, each and every one of you all, for doing what you're doing and how you support the channel, man. I'm telling you, it helped. It really goes a long way by just doing the simple things. Is just liking and sharing. Literally, just liking and sharing the stream helps it so much more than you know. So I really appreciate you all for doing what you do. And y'all, don't get shy about it. Let's not this is not the show where we just coming to hold hands and kumbaya. If we got some, and I know it's the off season, and I know it's hard to have different takes on stuff. We're all just speculating, but y'all, it's time to heat this thing up. I want y'all to come in here and I want y'all to give y'all takes today. We're gonna open the door to have some takes because these portals, man, these portal signees, man, I'm telling you, I'm getting a good feeling about it. But I'm still torn because Tony and Peyton and those guys leaving. I mean, it happens, right? It happens. But you have to wonder what direction is this staff going in to the point where Tony Mitchell or Peyton Woodyard doesn't fit into your scheme. You know, and it doesn't make you like wonder if it's a bad thing. It just makes you think, right? It makes you think. So we're going to dive into that conversation. Let's get on our social media tip real quick. Let's see. I seen some offers go out for Bama this past weekend. One of them I kind of saw coming, and that was to Chuck McDonald out of Mater Dei. Bama has really had some serious ties to Mater Dei for years now. I mean, like some serious pipeline ties out there in California. And you see how many players are currently on the roster from Mater Dei at Alabama. Is I think it's like 5 or 6 guys currently on the roster from Mater Dei, or either committed to Bama or on the roster. And so you add another name, Chuck McDonald, the young 4-star cornerback out of California out there at Mater Dei. The young man, not no crazy stats or anything, but you turn on the film and you see why he doesn't have like 20 interceptions, because nobody's open when he's over when he's got to guard him. So I like that pickup. What else we got here, man? Just scratch. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna look at our class of 25 signees, the current signees, and then guys that I feel like might be getting ready to sign here soon with the University of Alabama. So when you call in, man, we might not just stay on recruiting, but I really want to talk recruiting. So if you need some recruiting knowledge or some insight on some possible recruits, man, like the Michael Dubose energy is picking up. It's a lot of names that's just picking up now all of a sudden. And it's crazy because we're in spring. You know, we're in spring ball time where kids are usually focusing on spring ball at their respective schools. So I'm gonna get the phone line set up, y'all. I'm gonna pop this thing off the right way today. And listen, I don't want no smoke with the first caller beef. All right, I don't want no smoke. I'm gonna open this thing, and once Marquita put it on the screen that the call line is open, that's when it's open. So Uncle Jay, I don't want to get fussed at today, Uncle Jay. I don't want to get fussed at. I'm just saying, cause we just opened the call line. The call line is now open. First caller today. This is what you do: call in, say your name, where you calling from, and then you start the topic of the day. You pick the topic of the day. What are we talking about? It could be Bama football. It could be something in the news, something in media. Let's let the first caller of the day handle the first call. That's what we're going to do here for here on out. If you want to talk basketball, you want to talk NBA, whatever you want to talk, it's available to talk about here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. First caller, let's see who it is. Yo, Zach with the streak still alive. How you doing this morning, man? You talking to Coach Smook on the Coach Smook Morning Show. How you feeling, my boy? Look, you in that rain, huh? Oh man, look, be safe on that road, man. That rain ain't nothing to play with. We didn't catch any of it last night coming back, but it hit pretty good up here on this side of the map last night. And I'm glad it did, because it helped me sleep real good. You know, that good rain help you sleep real good. Hold on 1 second, man. I don't think they can hear you. Hold on. Let me make sure we got everything routed right. Mike, check 1, 2. You on the line with Coach Smook. Tell the people who you are again.
Zachary.
Okay. I think they should hear you now. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Marquita. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys in the chat too, y'all. I have to forget. I have to remember to change the setting when I open up this routing thing. But Zach, what's on your mind today, man? The first caller, you know what I'm saying? We changing the mode up. I think last week we did a great job. You and Uncle Jay fighting for that first call, created some buzz. Now I feel like the first caller should be able to take it away and take control and give us the subject at hand. What's on your mind today? What we talking about?
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on the recruits that are the transfer recruits that we got the Deshaun Jones and the King Mac guy.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Deshaun Jones. All right, I think Deshaun Jones brings not necessarily experience, but he gives you a solid quality body in that secondary that can really be rangy in the cornerback positions that you're gonna require cornerback skill sets. Meaning that rover spot that which is technically a safety in this scheme, but you have to have cornerback skill sets, because the rover is basically your star from Coach Saban's scheme, and that was basically your third corner on the field. So I think Deshaun Jones brings us that with and he has the experience too. Got some years under his belt. And he's coming in already, SEC corner size, NFL corner size already. You get what I'm saying? So you're not downgrading from losing Woodyard and Tony Mitchell. You get a guy that can play both the safety and the corner position. I think with what was the other young man's name? I forget his name. The kid that just we got out the portal. I forget his name. The cornerback. Dang, man, what's his name? Let me pull up the article, because I was just reading it. I don't even have his film up. Marquita, I can't even see. Do I have it on a tab back there? My computer's moving slow. What was the other young man's name, Zach?
King Mac.
The one from Penn State.
Yes.
So King Mac. I think there was a few plays last week where we watched on his high school film from his junior year. We just saw an innate ability to find the ball, go up and go get the ball, attack the ball in the air, ball hawking, ball skills. And the thing is with Mac, he's fast. To me, I think we got a more experienced Jalen Mbakwe and King Mac. And if you all watch Jalen Mbakwe during the A-Day, if you all listen to any of the reports, Jalen Mbakwe has made some crazy big strides as far as, being integrated fully into playing defensive back. Because if you know, in high school, he played quarterback the last 2 years, basically because they they lost the quarterback. So you look at
Right.
you look at King Mac, man, and the guy has the same type of skill set. What's your feels about having these two guys added to the roster, man, out of the portal?
I feel like Deshaun Jones brings us a skill set like Malachi Moore, but like you said, can play the cornerback position if we need him to, and just gives us a different look that most people won't, or most teams won't expect. And then King Mac brings us that missing depth that we haven't had. And maybe he won't start this year, but he will give us some, just in case one of our other DBs goes down, he'll be there to kind of take over and give us that depth that we was missing.
100%, man. And that's why I think people need to realize, like, if anything, these guys are coming in to push the young guys that decide to stick it out. And I think we're all excited about this young talent, but we all know, it's going to be some growing pains. It's going to be some growing pains this season, especially with those young guys in the secondary. And if you can add some experience to that room, some depth to kind of motivate guys to either push harder or just add some guys that, when a true freshman is having a rough game, bringing a guy that got some experience that can kind of have his bearing about him, and suffice and provide those learning moments. So I'm all for it, Deshaun Jones and King Mac. What about your thoughts on the offensive lineman? I think his name is Vandergram.
Yes. I think, again, he brings us depth where we was kind of slacking because he gives us that six man up, kind of mentality which we lost with Bruckemeyer when Bruckemeyer transferred. And so it just gives us a piece to throw a wrinkle in our offensive line that most teams won't know we have.
And that's what I think what we're aiming for, because you look at the guys that we went to the portal to get on the offensive line. I'm looking at the list now. You got Naquil Bertrand from A&M. You got Caden Proctor came back from Iowa, and then you also have Parker Brailsford who came in from Washington. And of those guys, and you add Vandermark to the list. Of those guys, you see 3 out of the 4 that can really be starters on this offensive line. Correct. I know we're all excited about Wilk and Formby. I think he still is a starter. But you bring a guy like this in, it kind of starts to make you wonder, what's this coaching staff's plan going forward as far as structuring the best 5 offensive linemen to go out there and be on the field, right?
Right.
But yeah, man. So that's portal talk, man. So you said portal talk. I'm gonna take it here with you. So now that we do have Vandergram, what is your? And I'm gonna put the pressure on you. What's your starting offensive lineup now that we got this transfer, this experience transfer from Michigan State? This guy played guard. He played some guard and tackle. So if you had to just start speculating, do you see a lot of mix and match on the offensive line, or do you see a big change up on the offensive line, or do you feel like this staff has the same general idea? And what's that general idea?
Okay, I see. Well, especially for the first few games, I see a lot of swapping, trying to figure out what guy's going to go where and how this line, our offensive line's going to work and everything. And then after those first few games and we kind of get settled in and get an idea of what our offensive lineup is going to be, then And I agree with you. Jaden Roberts got that right guard position locked down. I don't think anybody's going to take it from him. But and looking at the film from last year, I don't know why he didn't start to begin the season, but you know, Nick Saban did Nick Saban things, you know, so it is what it is. We just have to live with the decisions that Nick made last year.
Right.
But so I have at left tackle, I have
Who you think about? Elijah Pritchett, Quill Bertrand, Caden Proctor? Who we got?
Caden Proctor.
Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously not the first game because he has to earn his way back into playing time.
Mm-hmm.
But Caden Proctor, Tyler Booker, Parker Brailsford, and Roberts, and possibly Vendigard at right tackle.
Okay, I like that. And just to be kind of like on the opposite side of things, I think right now with the moves that we see right now, I'm starting to feel like we might see maybe a left tackle, Tyler Booker. We may see a left guard, Caden Proctor. We may see Parker Brailsford at center. We may see we're going to see Jaden Roberts at guard, at your right guard, and then right tackle. And I hate to do this to my boy because I just want to create some speculation here. We may be seeing, because we got Caden Proctor at guard, we may be seeing this young man that just transferred, Vandergram. We might be seeing him at right tackle. We might be seeing it. Mm-hmm. Him and Wilkin Formby will be possibly battling out for right tackle. I'm just speculating here. I'm not putting nothing out there, guys. I'm not putting it out there. I'm just speculating, okay?
Right, and I'm just speculating as well because we don't have no inside scoop on what the coaches are going to do.
Not right now. We will, though. We will. You know I'm going to get it. You know I'm going to go get the scoop. Listen, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
You know what time it is, man. I hope you have mentally prepared yourself for this moment today. It's the day after Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And people want to hear it. What's the song of the day? What's the selection of the day, Zach?
Oh, man. I wasn't prepared today.
No, Zach, you see, Saban rule number 1. Stay ready and gotta get ready.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. What you got for us? Come on. The people want it. The people want hey, do the people want the song?
Okay. All right. My mama told me when I was young.
Come on, Zach. Where you at, Zach?
I forgot the lyrics.
Oh, Zach, you can't be forgetting the lyrics to the song, man. You can't be forgetting the lyrics.
I know it.
Listen, we're gonna let you pass. We're gonna let you pass on that one. But tomorrow, if you're the first caller, you got to be ready tomorrow, Zach.
All right, I'll do my research today.
No more games, bro.
No more games.
All right, Zach, man, it's always good to hear from you, man. Thank you for calling in. You got anything to say to the people before you go?
Just roll tide and good luck.
All right, man. Appreciate you, my boy. Roll tide, Zach.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate my boy Zach for calling in, y'all. Man, hey, it's always good when Zach gonna pop that thing off every time. Y'all done let Zach forget the lyrics to the song, man. Y'all done made Zach forget the lyrics to the song. Y'all supposed to be doing better than that. Come on, AAA fam. Come on. Hey, we gotta put the pressure on Zach, though. He gotta bring the heat. Can't start the first week of the show off like he did and then dial it back. Zach, you gotta tighten up, man. Lock in, bro. Lock in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Listen. So we talking recruiting, basically transfer portal, not necessarily recruiting, but that was some good, some good opening statements about, some of the bigger things that happened in Alabama football this past weekend. Talking about Deshaun Jones, we got to speak on him a little bit Friday, and then you saw a little bit after we got off Friday. We didn't really touch on it Friday night, but King Mac, we got to look at the film a little bit, and we see the type of caliber of players we got with those guys. Then the offensive line commitment. I think we're starting to see what this roster is trying to shape up to be. What Coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff is trying to shape this roster up to be. They're not leaving as far as like the makeup of an SEC roster. They're not totally eluding that, but they are adding a different type of makeup as far as the anatomical makeup of the team. You look at the type of linebackers they're going after. You look at the type of DBs they're going after. Big, solid, long, rangy DBs. They just keep going after these guys. Good morning, Mary. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, everybody. If I didn't get the acknowledgement, man, make sure you put some. If you're a fan fund, you should see the emojis in the chat, man. We got the custom emojis in the chat. Shout out to the gang for giving the ideas, man. Just try to keep it simple. Hopefully, y'all can see them better. We were able to upload some. They're kind of they're a little bit bigger than what they say YouTube emoji sizes are supposed to be. So hopefully they're working fine. Appreciate that, Tink. Hey, Tink, I just sent you an email, man. Check your email. Okay, I see it. Give me 2 seconds, AAA fam. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta do this. All right, boom. So listen, I don't know if y'all heard it in recruiting news. Anybody follow Recruiter Heavy? If you don't, I'm about to put you on game right now. So listen, recruiting news. We got, like I was talking about earlier, Alabama just re-offered Chuck Donald. Chuck Donald just narrowed his top schools down to 4. Alabama is the finalist. This is the modern day product. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Shout out to Brody Smook for the report, man. We actually hadn't even talked about this guy together, but this is somebody that I said if we can get somebody in the 25 class, this would be a steal to take him away from the likes of possibly USC or Oregon or Georgia. I think this would be a steal for us. And he's very interested. He's very interested in the University of Alabama. He currently has, alumnus and people that went to modern day teammates, former teammates that are currently on the roster. This guy, I think him and Xavier Brown were playing together just recently. So very familiar with the roster. A lot of people on the roster and people in the same room as him. Usually when you have a lot of success with a group of people at one level, you usually try to carry over. It's natural to go and play with people that you're familiar with. So, Alabama is definitely in the runnings. This is not just, what they call it, standard bulletin board material, like checking the block. I'm gonna respect Bama and put him on my. Nah, this kid is really interested in Alabama. And you look at this. We need an emoji for the smooth way. Oh yeah, we definitely go get one. Me and Brody got we doing our official launch in June, so be ready for that. But yeah, y'all look at the little write up Brody just came up with over him. Smook, how does he compare with Xavier Brown? I mean, similar skill sets, Shane. Similar skill sets. Xavier's a little bit bigger and a lot more polished. You can see the difference in just the experience level. But this kid, he has the same ceiling, the same progression of growth. You look at the program that they come out of, man. Modern Day puts out some solid defensive backs. Look at Damani Jackson. Look at Xavier Brown. Those are two immediate examples of what's recently come out of that program. And I mean, I like him. I like Chuck McDonald. I think he's the type of corner that you want in this new scheme, in this 2-4-5 scheme now that we're running. I mean, it's 4-2-5. I said 2-4-5. I was playing with the roster yesterday on NCAA, y'all. I think we're about to have a whole little dynasty, a live sim dynasty of content set up for to project this next season. just got to line up the schedule the right way. It's hard to get the schedule lined up the right way. So yeah, we're gonna have that content going. But yeah, I like the Chuck McDonald ad in the recruiting. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up some more recruiting insight. Got to pull up my notes here. I hope y'all feeling good this morning, y'all. I feel like this is becoming like a daily thing for me now. Like waking up, checking my news and all the stuff from yesterday. Like I wonder if this is what the analysts do on ESPN. Because if they do, I'm really about to get in my bag with all this stuff. Because we got so many connections. I've had a lot of conversations this past weekend with a lot of people in the industry, right? And I think it's really time that we really expand you all's exposure to what's happening in college football, especially in recruiting. Like that's something I feel like we get pushed out or get held out from as the fans. We don't get privy to so much, and I think there's so much more that we should be privy to in this new day and age of media coverage of Alabama football, or just recruiting in general, not just Alabama football, but recruiting in general. It was another offer that Alabama had put out there. I was excited to see. And we talked about it a little bit last week. I think it was not Tyreek King. It was a 26 kid, I think. 26 or 27 kid. Big Brandon Anderson. That's who it was. 26 kid. I want y'all to take a look at this young man's this write-up we did over Big Brandon Anderson. Let me show y'all this right here. Good morning, Smook. Hope you and the family had a great holiday. Man, listen, we ate good. You know how we do. We ate good. That mom was mad because I didn't make it to get on the grill, but I made it to eat. You know what I'm saying? Smook, who was the first ever recruit we got from Mater Dei? I don't know, Jarvis. Good question. AAA, who was the first ever recruit we got from Mater Dei? It wasn't Bryce. I know that. But Bryce did come from Mater Dei. Who was it? Tommy Brown? Was it Tommy Brown, the offensive lineman, Tommy Brown? That's a good one. Shane said it's Tommy Brown. That's a good one. But yeah, I want y'all to look at this 2026 kid, man. I know this is we haven't even finished with 2025. Smook, got to check out the Devontae Jackson interview. I saw it, bro. I saw it. He basically said, he glad to be at a program that he really can be developed in. Like straight up, he was so disappointed at his career at USC. Rightfully so, man. Very underutilized. Very, very. It just felt like they were out of it all the time, right? It was Tommy Brown. Okay, look at that. Shane B came. Brett, appreciate that 199 super chat, man. You first one of the day, man. Shouts out to you, my boy. Look, let me give you some. Let me give you your show you some love, man, because you the first super chat of the day, man. And listen, y'all. Uncle Jake and Auntie Janet ain't checked in yet. I don't want no fuss. They know what time we go live. They can't fuss at me today. No, sir. No, ma'am. I'm not getting fussed at. So y'all got my back, right? When Uncle Jay and Auntie Janet try to yell at me. All right, bet. But yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Cool to know. But listen, this guy right here, BA, my boy, is the dog on that field, y'all. I know y'all love Tyler Booker. Y'all love Jaden Roberts. Y'all love who else was a dog as a recent? I remember we would rave about Evan Neal. And there are some kids in this class right now. Zaire, not Zaire, but it is Zaire Addison. Zaire. You got Denton. Ty Haywood, you got Sanders, you got all these kids, man, all these offensive linemen, Micah Dubose. But this kid in the 26th class right here, I promise you, before the end of his recruiting cycle, if he or number one, maybe they might push him to 3 offensive linemen in that class. I don't know what to say about this whole recruiting evaluation thing. I don't know what to say. This young man right here is a dog, man. And he's sitting right up here in Georgia, just mauling, handling business. And not a big camp kid either, Can't wait to see what type of camps he goes into going into the senior year, but I can't wait to see how this develops for him, man. I really think he's something special, something to watch for. With Alabama offering him, it even makes it, even closer watch for us. So that'll be somebody that we're going to be reaching out to, Brandon Anderson, trying to see if we can jump on his journey and ride that journey with him during his recruiting process. Shout out to the 63 live here on YouTube, man, and shout out to the 58 live on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, please come over to the YouTube side. It's just more fun. Your comments get on the screen. You could actually, comment, say what you need to say. You can put it up on the screen, interact with you. You can interact with the community. If you want to join the AAA community, man, the Fan Funder link is live, man. I think it should be popping up in the chat automatically. If not, I could populate that bad boy for you right now. I could pop that bad boy. And yes, we do, man, everything active right now. I didn't even know that. So we got the AAA. We got all this stuff, man. Got all the emojis out there. Look at them. Okay. Go ahead then. Cold Smooth Network. Looking like you're looking when you should look yourself. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can get this Fan Funder link up for y'all. Oh yeah, this is crazy, y'all. So we still structuring the channel, man. It's like this happened overnight. Y'all were part of it, so we're still structuring it, figuring out everything, all the ins and outs of everything, how it's supposed to roll, and we're gonna keep this thing going. So listen, phone call lines are back open. What y'all think, man? What y'all think about this season coming up? It started a new conversation to kind of transition to the next phone call segment. We really want to get into this season, y'all. Now that we have a roster, now that we know what's kind of like what we're bringing to the table as far as a roster, I want to dive into it and see what not necessarily our lineups look like, but how comfortable are we with the personnel here at Alabama? It's like we're kind of at a standstill with what to expect from this team. With a few of the recent exits, right, from the roster on the defensive side, and you look at James Brockemeyer leaving, that was kind of a surprise after his performance during the spring. You look at Curtis Perry, somebody who we thought was really on the uptrend as far as being a great impact rotational player. You see he's gone. You see, like I said, Tony Mitchell, Peyton Woodyard, they're gone. And you factor in all of the post-Saban retirement transfers. It's like you would think Alabama would be in the worst position possible. But then you look at this roster and you're like, hey, we really in the runnings for we really might be in the runnings for a national championship. We have a national championship talent roster, right? Yeah, so I'm really ready to see what's going to happen coming into the season. Listen, phone call line is open, 334-625-1121. Let's speculate. Let's continue to speculate what this season's comes to, because that's all we can do right now in the offseason. Jay Jackson said, what's good, my boy? How you feeling, my boy? Jay Jackson hyping this thing. Hey, my boy Jay be ready. He be ready. Jordan Campbell said that the Manning Jackson interview is fire. Yeah, it was fire, man. I got to watch some of it when I came in last night. Why we don't talk about Jaleel Hurley as much. Corey Glover, he was talking to Jaleel Hurley last week, man. You got to pull up to the show on time, then you'll see. But we have been talking Jaleel Hurley, man. He was our dark horse. He was the one that I said would be the one that ended up surprising everybody. Might not be the clear-cut starter initially, but when the time comes, I feel like Jaleel Hurley is going to be the guy that's going to show up. He's the most even. To me, he's the one that has the most to gain and the less to lose right now with whether he comes out and performs. He's still young. Jaleel is going to his, second year? I mean, going into his third year. Didn't really get to get out there and push himself the first year. You get what I'm saying? So I see a bright future for Jaleel. Damani said when he came in for winter workouts, it was, yeah, I seen that, Jordan. Jay Jackson, is my big dog in the house. Oh yeah, you already know. Jay Jackson be in here. He be ready. My boy be on go. So the phone line's open. Shout out to the 130 total we got watching on the stream, man. What else can we talk about, man? Because I really want to hear y'all thoughts on this season. Now that the roster is really shaped up, y'all. It's really shaped up. We know what we're bringing to the table. I want to hear some of your thoughts. So call in. Phone line is open. Shout out to my boy JB for $19.99. He said, keep doing your thing, big bro. We locked in and step this way, step that way, and step this way, and step that way. She was a trip, man. It took me a minute to read, Marquita, stop laughing, because you did it too when you see it. Like, it took you a minute to catch up on it. But hey, appreciate you, my boy JB. Yeah, hey, nah, Corey, you good, man. As a matter of fact, let's call in and talk about Jalil. If you want to talk about Jalil, the number's on the line, 334-625-1121. Call in, let's talk about Jalil. I can talk secondary. We could talk, what projections of what this secondary might do. I honestly believe this is going to be a season to kind of even, to me, and I'm not being a fan right now, I'm just being realistic because of the way the expectations have been shifted because Coach Saban isn't a coach anymore. I think we're going to exceed a lot of expectations. I think it helps this team. There's this self-imposed pressure of like, oh, we gotta do better than Saban. But from the outside looking in, media doesn't expect us to do as good. So if we just continue to do what we've been doing, we overachieve. In my eyes, in my personal opinion, Jordan Campbell said, "Hey, Smook, we got to talk for real. Let me call in. I got some insider from a Bama writer. He went at this with me, and we had a club meeting this weekend." And he gave me some good insight. Look, Jordan, I wouldn't do that if I was you because, all right, go ahead and call in. Let's talk. Come on, Jordan. The number's on the screen, brother. Smook, how do you think our very first offensive drive of the season will look? All right, y'all want to go down like imagination lane? Here we go. Hold on. First drive of the season. I think the first play gonna be hand off to gonna hand the ball off to Justice Haynes. They probably gonna line up in 13. You know what I'm saying? No, they probably gonna line up in 11. They gonna line up in 11 personnel. Probably give us a trips look to the left. It's gonna be like an inside zone read to the left side. Whichever side Tyler Booker is on, they gonna zone read to that side. Let Parker Brusford pull, seal the edge. They're gonna do like a down block zone scheme. Try to get Brusford on the edge, clear him out, put Justice on in the left tackle in a situation where they're climbing to the next level, right? Boom. Wide receivers running the screen look. You got the bubble slant on the outside, and the other guy's blocking, right? Or releasing downfield. Simple play. You know what I'm saying? Zone RPO scheme. That's gonna be the first play. Now, if Justice busts for like 15 on that one, they gonna go no huddle. They gonna hand it off to him again. He gonna gain about 6 more yards, right? And then they gonna huddle up, and they're gonna change the personnel. They're gonna bring Lewis, Danny Lewis in. They're gonna bring Danny Lewis in. They're gonna put him on the line. They're gonna come out in the 12 personnel. They're gonna have him and Dupree stacked on the line. Dupree gonna be the H-back. Danny Lewis gonna be down lineman. And then you're gonna have twins to the left with a running back in the backfield on the right. So we're gonna have strong right, twins left, right, and we're gonna do play action, roll out right. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a under, and you're gonna have a crosser, a deep crosser. And Danny Lewis gonna have this nasty little flag route, right? And CJ Dupree gonna do a chip from the H-back position. He gonna chip the edge and roll out to the flats. Gonna have play action coming across with Justice to seal the backside block against the end, right? Boom, roll out. He gonna hit Danny Lewis on a nasty corner. Whoo, right over the shoulder. Yes, sir. Right? That's gonna be like a 34-yard gain. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, no huddle on the ball. Read option. Boom. He gonna read the end. They're gonna be struggling. Jalen gonna keep it. That's gonna be the first score of the season. Watch. Yeah. Y'all feeling that? He gonna run it first touchdown. He ain't gonna throw it. He gonna run it. And then if Gary calling the game, he gonna be like, well, now we see how Alabama's offense is gonna be this season. Shut your butt up. You don't know how we gonna be. That's just first drive. They be trying to. Man, I can't stand y'all. Can we not have Gary call the games this year? Come on. Jordan, hey, listen, that'd be crazy if it happened like that. You know, I'd be having some crazy little insight. They say I'm like the football prophet sometimes. They be like, boy, how this dude knew? I'm telling you, man, we connected. Hey, what's the name supposed to be calling in, man? He's supposed to be calling in. Phone line open. We pay our bills. Tell them. We pay our bills, Marquita. We pay our bills. SEC no longer on C. Hey, I know SEC on ESPN, and they got Gary still calling some of the games. They still got Gary calling the SEC. Yes, it is, man. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me pull this game. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. Or was it the other his counterpart? SEC Network, Joey Galloway. Oh, they did change it. Y'all right, my fault. CBS is yeah. Get rid of him. Brad Nessler. That's the dude I couldn't stand. 256 calling in. What's good?
Jordan.
Uh-oh. You got a debate.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Let's talk to Jordan. What's up? You on the line with Coach Smook. Jordan, where you calling from, man?
Man, I'm calling from the greatest city in the state of Alabama, Athens, Alabama, my boy.
Oh, my boy said the greatest city in the state of Alabama, Athens.
Home of Phillip Rivers.
Okay. Phillip Rivers with all the kids. Yeah. I can relate. You know what I'm saying? But how you feeling this morning, my boy?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I got in the office, finna make some sales calls and hopped right in. Saw you had some going, talking about we're all set. But yeah, we had a good weekend, man. We had a little booster club, well, not a booster, like alumni meeting, and he's a beat writer. He's a great player for Athens as well. Went to state. Clint Lamb, yeah, he's a dog, man. But he's really good at what he does in this content. Wise, I like what he does. But I mean, we just caught up, and I just give him he was giving me some good insight and whatnot. And I ain't gonna say too much because just out of respect.
You said Clint Lamb?
But, yes, sir. That's my buddy.
Okay, yeah. I rock with Clint. Clint a good dude.
Yeah, Clint's a great dude, man. But yeah, out of respect, I ain't gonna say too much because you never know how stuff goes. But I didn't know, like, when they was doing the little workouts or whatnot, going in for the bowl season, the freshmen wasn't allowed to speak to the media.
Mm-hmm.
So they was only able to talk to like certain DBs. And ones they requested was Jaleel.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jaleel was one of the only ones they got to talk to, really. And because they said freshmen they weren't allowed to talk to, and some other transfers or something like that they weren't allowed to talk to. But I guess something had happened, and it kind of got him in the doghouse. He said something. I don't know. Something happened, maybe in-house. Who knows? But that was kind of surprising because he really didn't get much reps A-Day. If you really look at it, he was one of the last ones.
Yep.
And so I mean, it was good that he stayed around, But we got a left tackle at our school. His name's Spencer Dowling. He's a dog too. He's committed to Auburn. I was trying to get him to flip, but that ain't gonna happen. But it's a lot going on, man. I love what we got going on.
Facts.
Like, I'm invested in this.
Listen,
We ain't going nowhere, man. Even Damani said the workouts that they did at USC ain't got shit on what we do over here and what we do over here at Bama, bro. He said he struggled. He struggled.
I mean, you got to think, man. USC, they were one of the front runners in buying recruits. You get what I'm saying? They weren't shy about it. They don't have a culture of work ethic out there at USC right now. That's just not their vision right now. It's all about clicks. It's all about being the face of this, the face of that, instead of like really going out there to win. And I think that's why you see is Lincoln Riley, right? That's why you see the program struggling. I mean, he's done that everywhere he went. He did the same thing when he was at Oklahoma. Instability is never going to last in the college football game, especially now with how it fluctuates with NIL, pay for play, these boosters, unnamed boosters could write checks. I mean, all of this stuff that's going unaccounted for, and you expect to be able to compete without having a solid culture. That's not going to happen, But I wanted to touch on that Jaleel Hurley situation. So I don't know if you all remember when I was on the other channel, I reported that, it was like the first practice we went out there. He was part of the first group. But then after that first week of evaluations, he was going like third group. He was going like with Elijah May, the walk-on guy. And, and I kept saying it. I was like, man, just his energy just looked off, and I kind of reported on it. And I saw a change.
Yep.
But the few reps that you did see him get at A-Day, which I was glad to see, those were 100% reps. And he found himself on tape. He found himself a way to get on film. And he was never out of phase. And yes, you're doing against second and third string guys, but it doesn't matter. When you got a chance to get film out there, get on tape, doing the right thing at 100%, that's all you need to do. And I think that's going to shape up well for him going into the season, man. I got to talk with Coach Lindquist, me and a couple of other team reporters, and Jaleel Hurley was one of the guys that he was speaking very highly of about his commitment to, just getting better. And that's all you can ask for.
And one last thing, Smook.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me this. Think about all the high-class people that go to USC, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do they pan out after USC if they don't make it?
Hey, you get what I'm saying? Look at OJ.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like you get in the starlight, you get caught up in all this, and that's what Damani said. He'd rather be in that college town. And there's perks to it. Like I want to get like you can go to California and all the lights and all this, and you can be that dog, go to a Lakers game, all that. But hey, it's overhyped, man.
Oh yeah.
And he said it. So.
Hey, I don't think Jordan caught that comment. He said when you asked me, all the high class guys that usually don't make it after USC, what happens to them? I said, yeah, look at OJ.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, appreciate you for calling in, man. Any last statements before I let you off the line, man? Anything you want to say to the people, man?
Hey, man, you know what it is. Big Lank over here, Roll Tide. And you know what's going to happen. That boy Juju coming on.
Hey, listen, they better listen to me. I've been saying it. And you know what's great about this whole process? They not rolling out a red carpet. They not rolling out a red carpet for my boy. They telling them what it is, and they have a product that's proven. It's up to him to make the decision. That's one thing I am very confident about, how we're recruiting on the offensive side of the ball. You don't have to sell this offense. It sells itself. You don't have to sell the history of this offense or the coaching staff that's running this offense. It sells itself. If a kid can't have the innate ability or the simplistic ability to do their research and research that, especially at the quarterback position or the wide receiver position, when you're considering Alabama, then you don't deserve to be in this offense then, because if you do your research, you can see how this offense allows multiple, not just one person or two people. I'm talking about 6 or 7 personnel in a season can benefit one season of being efficient in this offense. I mean, you got so many opportunities to be targeted. You got so many opportunities to be on the field because of the style of play calling. Like it's one of those things where it's kind of a no-brainer as a quarterback. You look at the guys that's committed in this 25 class, and you kind of wondering why Juju even playing around. But he keep playing around. There's some other guys out there that's ready to do it, and they ready to get in here and compete. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man.
I got a couple topics that I can talk to you about later. But yeah, my boy was telling me like how much they getting paid and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He a coach at one of them divisions in I ain't gonna say the school, but not SEC, but like a UAB school, put it like that. I ain't gonna say the school that he's at, but he's a coach at one of those schools. And he was telling me like how much. I asked him, I said, "Dog, how much of y'all top dogs getting paid? Like, what is it?" And he was like, "Man, we probably got 2 or 3 people on our staff making about $60K. Rest of them making about $500 to $1,000." And I was like, "Yeah, it ain't. Yeah." So them boys leaving to go get that bag. I don't blame them.
Right. And I mean, some kids that's their motivation, man. You can't knock people for their whatever their motivation is. But you can like me. If you I ain't gonna use that one. That's kind of way out there. That's way out left field. If you eat red meat and I'm only I only eat chicken and white meat. So if that's what you do, I don't have to like frown upon you for wanting to eat red meat. I don't have to. I can just keep you. I don't have to let you at my house and cook nothing out on my stuff either. Though you get what I'm saying, and still have a respect for you. And that's what recruiting has become. Like, hey, if you want to chase it back, that's fine. I'm not going to dog you as a player, but don't expect to come over here and get the same respect as these kids that's really chasing like, okay, legacy, this, that, and the third. Commitment. Continue to live up to the Bama standard. Like, don't expect to get the same respect when you come on this side. And I think that's how the fan base feels right now when it comes to NIL recruiting and all this stuff. So it's just a turning of the tables. You know what I'm saying? What they call it, changing of the guard. Yeah. That's what it is, a changing of the guard right now in college football. And you're either gonna love it or hate it. It's been like that for the past 20 years with all the other changes. So just expect it with this.
Definitely times have changed. They would really rather go get someone that's proven at the SWAC or something like that, or something like that. They don't care if you're a 5-star on a bench, bro. They'd rather go get someone proven. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what's up. That's what I like about it. But I'll holler back at you, Smook.
All right, man. Appreciate you for calling me in, as always, man. And roll tide, my boy.
Big Wayne.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, y'all. Listen, 334, the number that just called in, I missed your call. Hey, you can call back in now. What I'm going to do, y'all, I have to run downstairs. Wait, never mind, I got one right here. I was about to say, I need a bottle of water, y'all. Didn't get to go to the gym this morning, so I'm going at lunch. So I had to take, all my supplements and stuff beforehand, right? And I'm starting to feel it. I feel like it's time to work out. Now, I ain't take no pre-workout, and then it's just, my body's starting to get in that mode. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that noise was. Pause. Rewind. Hey, act like y'all didn't even see that. That didn't even happen. Don't even look at the screen right now. As a matter of fact, click out and click back in. You might miss it. Hey, shout out to the 334 calling in right now.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Yo, you on the line with Coach Smook. You got me on loud in your background. Turn it down, please. And who's calling in? Where you calling from?
Your boy, Corey Hearns, your brethren.
What's up, man? Hey, bruh. First of all,
what's up?
This ain't the late night sweat hotel. You don't have to be that deep voiced and trying to talk like that.
Nah, man, I'm fresh out. I'm fresh out the bed.
Listen, fresh
Woke
out
up late trying to catch you.
Hot breath. Thank you, morning, bro.
No, I brushed my teeth. It just take a minute for my voice to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't do my arpeggios and scales yet.
Low ride fise, mo side T do, all that stuff.
Something like that.
I feel you. What's good, man? Hey, this is my brother, y'all. Big T, YBKC Real on the line, man. How you feeling, bro?
Yo. I'm feeling good, man. I called with a question today.
Asking all them questions. What's up?
Usually we have something to actually talk about, but I got a serious question for you because, you a real good analyst when it comes to our team. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel? I don't know if you talked about it earlier. Like I said, I'm just tuning in, but how do you feel about the addition of King Mack to the defense?
Okay, yeah. I think we did talk about it a little bit, but King Mack, I think I'm more excited about King Mack than I am Deshaun Jones. And that's because King Mack is a true corner. And the last caller was kind of talking about it with Jaleel Hurley. I think with Jaleel Hurley, you kind of getting the same type of feel with King Mack, but King Mack's coming in with some fresh eyes on him. But you're talking about a guy that has some speed, man. And I don't know, I know you probably ain't been following recruiting like that for the past few years, but Jalen Mbakwe is a guy that was playing quarterback last year in Alabama 6A ball. Him and Ryan Williams battled it out for the state championship last year. He's playing DB. And I think the only reason you go out and you secure another guy like King Mack is because you have confidence in Jalen Mbakwe's ability. You have confidence in Xavier Brown's ability. You got confidence in Mincy's ability. All these corners, they're just young. They're just young. So you go get a guy who's not as much, not way more experienced than these guys, but got some snaps on his belt, got some time in the college game, got, him and Deshaun Jones. But King Mack is a dude, man, that can really play in phase. He can be a boundary guy. He can be an ISO guy. And he can stay in phase and has some crazy ball skills. So that's why I think he brings to the table.
Yeah. And my point of view on it, and I was just talking to my partner yesterday before we had, went to Mama house. I feel like because, there's no doubt about it, King Mac is a high caliber player in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? He does have it, like you say, he has experience under his belt. Not only that, he can adapt. He can adapt to any situation again. I have yet to see King Mac just fully not do his job as a DB. But he's one of those guys that is consistent with what he does. He doesn't sit back and expect the game to change for him. He changes towards the defense itself. So anything that he needs to do to secure his spot or to make sure his job is done, I can honestly say I've seen this dude do it consistently. And when I say he's not afraid to play like hard nosed football either,
right?
That boy is a beast.
Yeah,
that boy is a beast.
And we was I was actually looking at his high school film, man, and we was looking at just his ball skills. I think that's something that we haven't had in the secondary for the past 2 or 3 years. We haven't had guys with crazy immaculate ball skills. So you look at Keon Sabb, you look at King Mac, you look at Deshaun Jones, you look at Damani Jackson. Those are transfer guys that have been in the college game that kind of are used to the speed of not necessarily SEC ball, but college ball has its own different speed. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I think you add a lot of quality depth on the perimeter of your defense. And what you have in the box with Malachi Moore, Devontae Smith, young Red Morgan showing up and playing, showing veteran-like progression and understanding and being effective in the early spring and showing that he's capable of carrying the load as a starter, as a young guy. When you got young talent behind them that can fit in these spots and can be talented in these positions, but are definitely going to need time and space to grow. So I think you set it up when you add quality guys like Deshaun Jones and King Mac. Now, you didn't ask about Deshaun Jones, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I had to go with somebody and put him on the field today, it would probably be Deshaun Jones.
I mean, overall, like, I won't say he's like just overall just like the overall better player, but that boy compete.
Yeah, but the thing is, Corey, is the fact that in this scheme, it fits his skill set. His off-ball coverage, his match zone concept, his knowledge of the match zone concepts and how to pass routes off, how to carry through, how to see progression, like routes develop in phase. It's different than what I see on King Mac's film, which is good in this scheme because you're going to need both styles, guys with those strengths and to kind of balance out what you have in that room because we have a lot of man corner guys that are struggling with.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you go.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too. You putting those two top caliber, DBs out there with each other, learning the same thing. Even if King Mac lacks in the area, this is his opportunity to not just, play on a higher caliber team and prove that he's worthy of that, of that position of being in the SEC alone. The simple fact of the matter is you come to a team where people have experience in areas that you don't have experiences or they're more knowledgeable. Guess what you're going to do if you're a real football player? You're going to take that information and allow it to develop you as a player. You're not just preparing yourself to play another season of college football. You also prepare yourself to play at the next level. So heck yeah. I mean, it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he made the transfer because it's only so much you're gonna experience at Penn State. I'm not taking away from him, but it's only so much you're gonna experience as far as the level of football you play at Penn State.
Listen, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna disagree with you. Penn State, to me, and this is what keeps Penn State relevant. Penn State is always going to put a solid defense on the field. That's their culture. Penn State has never been a culture that produced. I mean, Saquon Barkley was the last big offensive thing at Penn State. I want to say I think they had Ross at one point too. But I mean, Saquon Barkley was the offense for Penn State while he was there. If I'm, AAA, y'all fact check me because didn't Saquon play at Penn State? I want to say he did. I may be getting jerseys mixed up.
I can't remember.
And so with Penn State and their defense, man, they're going to always put they're going to recruit quality guys because the NFL looks at Penn State for defense. They look at Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. They go to Texas. Like they have schools and conferences that they go and look at for defense, and Penn State is always going to be one of those guys.
No, what I was saying wasn't taken away from Penn State. Of course, look, one thing I will say, Penn State is outside of SEC conference. Penn State is one of those teams I will watch. Like I actually watch and enjoy watching them play because they're gonna play good football. I've never taken that away from Penn State. I mean, on defense, even on the offense side of the ball, they're gonna play good football regardless. But the level of football being played, yeah, think about it. I bet you can name more than 5 teams in the in the SEC right now that can outplay anybody in Penn State conference. That's all I'm saying. The level of football is different. It's a different level of football in my eyes.
and I agree to a certain. I'm telling you, man, it's been some years where and I ain't gonna say to a certain extent, it's been some years where you've seen like the offensive talent level from the SEC going to those Big 10, Big 12 matchups, and you see how the fronts is where the major difference is. But I'm telling you, man, the secondary out of those leagues, those are quality guys, man. They always perform well at the next level. So I like getting a Penn State guy. Deshaun Jones, I like having him from Wake Forest because one, you're going to get some of the most talented offenses in the nation in the SEC, right? You're going to get some of the most diverse offenses. He saw a lot of snaps, saw a lot of different schemes and things of that nature. So I think it fits well that we go and pick up 2 solid defensive backs like these 2 guys. And I think it only adds more value to the roster for the defensive side because at defensive line and linebacker positions, I think we got a wealth of riches there. So getting like literally this staff is just showing day in and day out that they have the right agenda as far as what they're attacking and what they're trying to use to bolster this roster. Bro, I got a question for you.
Okay.
I kind of touched on the we talked about DBs and that's been like a big thing because of the signees. But the offensive lineman, Vandergram, I can't remember his first name. Let me go back to this post. I can't remember the young man's first name, but Vandergram, I think is Vandermark. I want to call that boy Brock Vandermark, but his young man's name is Gino Vandermark from Michigan State. This young man, and I'm gonna pull up this Brody. I like Brody's article on him. Let me see. Pull it up right here. I like Brody's article on him. How he's he kind of outlined. He said Vandermark spent 3 seasons at East Lansing. Overall, he played 18 games with 8 starts for the Spartans. Listen, 18 games as an offensive lineman in that conference on that team is going to come in great use when you come to Alabama, where you actually might have some. If you was the best offensive lineman in that group and y'all were sucking as bad as y'all were under Mel Tucker and that staff, when you come to Alabama, you're going to appreciate it, and that's going to make you look better. What's your take on how this offensive line is shaping up, my boy?
Overall, man, this is what I'll say. It's been a minute since I could say that I got, and this isn't to take anything away from last year or the year before, but it's been a minute where I can honestly say where I feel like we're gonna have a fully complete offensive line and the depth to back. Because in my honest opinion, as an offensive line, there were points in last year's season and season before where let's just say our edges weren't doing what they were supposed to do.
Right.
And it was kind of frustrating because we got the talent, we got the size. What's wrong? Or is it that some of the assignments aren't getting understood, or is it that we getting overzealous?
Right.
But you go back and look at, I mean, just look at what we got coming this year. Vandermark alone, this dude is 6'5", 328.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and ain't no telling if he done gained weight since we got him. He probably put on a little bit more weight, but
that's the thing, bro. They not gonna want him to play no heavier. They gonna want him to get lighter.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is,
but what I'm saying is, this dude has been consistent with playing the type of football he needs to play as an offensive line. I don't see any weaknesses coming from this guy. That might be a stretch, but as far as what I've seen from him, because I watched him multiple times before. As far as what I'm seeing, he's one of the most consistent offensive linemen that I've seen in a while. That's a lot to say. That's a lot to say. We talking about guys that's been coming out of high school, and going straight to college and still bullying folks. But this guy is consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. And I honestly believe he can play. He can play in and tackle if he wanted to. I mean, in guard. I mean, tackle and guard. That's what I meant to say. He can play tackle and guard both.
I get what you're saying. You look at his highlights though. Look at how he handles the edge. I get what you were saying. I get what you was getting at. Being that tackle, how he handles. And I mean, I think that's what Alabama. When you look at what Caden Proctor did at his size last year as a true freshman, you kind of have confidence that, getting lighter and getting his technique there, getting him caught up into the scheme of what's happening with this new offense under DeBoer and Sheridan. I think that's what they're confident about. And if you can go get another experienced guy to go on the other side and do similar things at the tackle position, or you bring both of these guys in and one, you slide Booker, who's your second most athletic offensive lineman, next to Jaden Roberts. You're able to slide him to left tackle to solidify your back end, your blind side. And then you bring these two guys, Proctor and Vandermark, in to compete at one of the guard positions, the left guard, because you still got young guys behind there, Rock Montgomery, Casey Poe, Joseph Ionall, the interior guys that can really go and get it. How can Caden Proctor move inside and transition, easily? I think he can. I
do believe so.
I just don't see anybody moving Wilkin for me right now, though. That young man right there, he honestly, we should have been giving Wilkin Formby some of those snaps that Caden Proctor was getting last year. That's just my honest opinion. You had the similar skill sets. These guys really came in, both highly talented. They're best friends. They're brothers. You get what I'm saying? So I think we could have seen the same type of progression, if not more progression from Wilkin Formby last year. Just like we saw with Proctor. But I think Vandermark is just going to add more depth, but flexibility. This is something that we needed on the offensive line. You need 6 or 7 guys in your offensive line room that can play both interior and exterior, the guard and the tackle position. Right. And when you got 5 or 6 guys that can play, left tackle and right tackle, left guard and right guard, like now your offensive line room is looking pretty vicious. And I think that's what we did with adding Vandermark to this room.
I mean, I'll say this though, to be perfectly honest with you, the center, what's his name? Brailsford. He's looking good and healthy. Booker, he's looking good and healthy. I can't remember if dude's name is, his last name start with a P. I want to say Pritchett or something like that.
Yeah.
He looks good. I mean,
Pritchett made me mad. Pritchett made me mad. I want to punch that joke in the throat because he, man, you remember watching him growing up, bro. You remember watching him before he started popping that car. Just used to have this motor about him, man. And now it's like he's at Bama, and I'm like, put on for the home team, fam. Like we come from the same area. He come from Columbus. Yeah. You got to put on, bro, because we got all this talent, like, and you have the ability. He just, I don't know, man, and it's because I know him.
I feel like because of how good he really is, the bar was set a little higher than what. I mean, I'm not gonna say what it should have been because I always have a high bar for offensive lineman. I got a passion for being an offensive lineman, so the bar is always gonna be high in my book. But I do honestly believe certain people have to go through that redevelopment stage, and readjust, because you're not always gonna play, especially online. The game is forever gonna change. I don't care how you put it. Like you playing guys on the defensive, you playing against guys on the defensive side that are just as fast as skills players nowadays. Right. Like, especially when you talk about defensive ends, you got guys that are just as fast as they skilled players playing defensive end. You got guys that's tackles that move like they linebackers now. Like, right. The game is always changing when it comes to how offensive line has to adapt to the game. So yeah, I do feel like Pritchett had to go through a redevelopment stage, but I got faith in bro. I'm not even gonna sit here and hold you on that one. I got faith in him. What's really gonna prove that he's he's worthy of the accolades that I'm giving if he stays consistent this year. And like I keep on telling people, you can't sit here and say the guy not good. You can't sit here and say he's not capable of being one of the best offensive linemen, or a better fit for the team than what people are giving him right now. And don't get me wrong, it's moments where you look at him and be like, come on, guy.
Yeah. And
Come
I mean,
on, guy.
and it's
Step it up.
like you said, I think it's because he came in so highly touted and high expectations, and then the way Proctor came on the scene a year after him to come in and do what he was able to do, as a freshman to like basically move him out the way. And Pritchard dealt with injuries. You gotta remember last year he dealt with some injuries early in the season. But yeah, definitely didn't perform up to par. So let's see. I'm excited to see what this fall competition brings with him, Bertrand, Proctor, Formby, McVay, Vandermark. Depending on where they put Vandermark at, like I don't know what this tackle situation is going to shape up to be. But I will say this: I am confident in Wilkin Formby holding down that right tackle position. I think he's really impressed Coach Cap in that offensive line room, and that left tackle position. I'm telling you, if it's not if it's not Caden Proctor, it's going to be Vandermark, and Proctor is going to get moved to one of them guard positions. And you might, I don't know. I'm siding with a lot of the chat. I see y'all talking about Caden Proctor is going to be a first round draft pick in 2 years. I agree, but they're creating some flexibility in this room, man, and it's going to really be a learning curve for Proctor. And if there's no problems up front for him to replace, he might not be able to see the field until an injury. He may not be able. You get what I'm saying? Like we have 6 or 7 guys in that offensive line room that literally can. Outside of the center, you surround the center with 5 of the other 6. 5 of the 6 remaining, and you're good with whatever 4 and whatever combination you put them out there at. Moon Rocker said
exactly how I feel right there.
Moon Rocker said they asked CM how he felt about the Porter Hall or something, and he was like, getting KP back was the most major piece. Oh, they talking about Courtney Morgan, the most major piece for the team this year in that solidified the O-line and brought experience and skill. Look, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. The chatter I was hearing when they got Courtney Morgan, it was never an issue about, not Courtney Morgan, but getting Caden Proctor back. But Courtney Morgan made it known that it was never an issue of trying to get him back. Their thing was they were happy about getting him back because before he left, they never got an opportunity to even speak with him to keep him at Bama. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would have been on him since the Tennessee game. I mean, the Arkansas game early in the season. They have been in his ear since then, which, the tampering stuff, all that came out. So I'm glad that we got him back too. I just want to see that dog mentality. Corey, before I let you out, bro, give me your final assessment. And if you had to grade the portal overhaul, and I'm going to see if I can pull this graphic up right here. If you could grade the portal moves that Alabama has made this offseason, you're talking about Damani Jackson, Keon Sabb, Deshaun Jones, King, Mack, Parker, Brailsford, Austin Mack, the quarterback from Washington, the young guy who I think is going to have a crazy future ahead if he could just continue to develop. Josh Cuevas, the new tight end from Washington. Who else we got, man? We got Damani Jackson from USC. He came in before Saban retired and stuck it out, and still is going to be that dude. Looks like Deshaun Jones. Who else? And then the last guy, Vandermark, the O line of all. With all those recruits, those guys hitting the portal, coming in and transferring into Bama. What's your feels around the way this staff has kind of hit the portal, and what would your overall grade be for this portal overhaul?
The best way I can describe how I feel about this portal overhaul is very strategic. Very strategic.
Yeah.
And because I don't want to take up a lot more time, I'm just gonna say this: the positions that we pulled for in this portal overhaul, just look at. I mean, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. Just look at the history we have in these positions, and y'all can do your own, study for it. But it's very strategic, and there's a reason behind it. And all I can say is watch. And if I had to grade it 1 out of 10, I'm giving it a good 8.5. and that's only because anything can happen throughout the season.
Right.
And health is a big part of why I say 8, and that's still a high grading for grading for Alabama. That's very high. In SEC football, grading an 8 in a portal overall. But it's very strategic. Health is going to play a major factor. And I always say it. I know I'll be beating this in the people's ear all the time, but consistency is going to play a major factor. And just, I mean, overall, it's also going to come down to how do you really fit into this offense or into this defense. Like, so I'm gonna give it a good 8, bro.
A good
But
8.
overall, I think it's a good. I think majority overall, it's a good move. But yeah, I give it a good 8.
So on a grading scale, sir, A, B, C, D, F. What are we doing?
I give it a B.
A B plus? Okay, he said a B. He said a B. So in the chat, AAA, we got Tink giving it a A minus. I like that. Shane, go ahead, Marquita, you got it. Shane giving it a B plus, and I agree. I'm right there in the B plus, A minus range. Me personally, my guy Caleb coming with the B. What is that? B plus. Hey, Smook, I have posted about 10 times with no response. Where you posted? Where Howard? You posted what?
Howard.
Howard said he posted about 10 times with no response. You on Twitter, man. You got to come over to the YouTube side. That's the problem right there. You come over to the the YouTube side. I can see all your comments, my guy. Pull up. We trying to talk to you. But, bro, appreciate you for calling in, man. We got a surprise segment about to pop on for the Coach Smook Morning Show. Something that we didn't work on it. So this is all shooting from the hip. I feel a vibe about it, and I think it's going to be a hit once we get it rolling and get them used to everything. So, bro, the Bros Corner is definitely going to be a segment. Me, you, Caleb, and me, you, Brody, and Caleb, we're going to have our Bros Corner segment that we're going to organize. So be ready, man. Be ready to be on this thing in the morning and do what we do. It's going to be cool. I can't wait till you meet Brody and his twin brother, Caleb. As a matter of fact, you need to clear a schedule because I think that meeting's supposed to be this week. I forgot to tell you yesterday, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
I gotta get ready for Tennessee.
Right. We gotta get ready for something, man. But listen, y'all, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for calling in. Any last statements before I let you go?
Roll Tide. God bless. Pimp Squad for life, baby.
Oh, snap, man. I appreciate you, but hey, ¿quieres medazo? ¿Quieres cosas? Get something out of my phone, man. I'll call you later.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Oh, man. That's my brother, y'all. Look, that joke is we're going to act up every time we pull up somewhere. We're going to act up. And it wasn't no different yesterday. Celebrating my mom yesterday and, just celebrating being able to be with the family. It was a good time. Got to see my nephew, man. I'm telling y'all, TJ is going to be him. I'm telling you. He gets so hyped when his uncle come around. We had a little moment, man. It was fun, man. Yeah, B plus. B family said he giving it a B plus because we didn't get to Cario Davis. We didn't need him. We didn't need him. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you look at the skill sets that we did pick up, man. I think this just provides more future value with recruiting. We didn't go and get guys that's going to be needing 2 or 3 years to start. You got a guy Damani Jackson, you got a guy Keon Sabb. They one and done for Bama this year. You got Malachi Moore leaving. You got Devontae Smith possibly leaving after this season. You see the cornerback room is going to be young next year. So you're letting these young guys that's going to need a year to really get caught up and get up to speed and go through that growing pains. You're giving them space to do that when you go get quality guys who can be depth guys or rotational guys or starters for you, while you're trying to integrate your young guys, your young talent, maximizing everybody's best skill sets while they're developing. So I think that's where the position we put ourselves in with getting the guys out of the portal. Are you upset with us not getting to Cario? No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not upset about it. I ain't needed. Yeah. I don't even think, not necessarily that he's not needed. I think you're just good without him. If you get him, great. If you don't miss nothing. So, Special segment coming in right here. I got to dial this number real quick. And we're going to have somebody come on, y'all. This is something that I've been waiting to do since it came across on the phone call segment. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. This is Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Morning Show. I'm looking for a fella by the name of Tink.
You found him. What's good, Smook? What's good, Bubba?
Listen here, brother. I got something for you. Listen here, brother. I'm gonna get right here to it. All right, you listening?
I'm listening. All ears.
Myself and the people of the AAA Nation. They want to know what's on your mind when it comes to this Bama football team. All right. Give the people something to think about. All right.
I'm gonna give them something to think about.
All right, here we go.
All right then. I mean, to be honest, you gotta. If you sitting where I'm sitting, you gotta be really loving what. Like honestly, we could go 12-0 this year. We really could. Like that'd be tough. That'd be super tough, man. Because the SEC gonna do what the SEC always does, and we adding 2 more really good teams. They're gonna try to just cannibalize the you know what out of each other.
Oh,
and
Lord.
everybody getting good. Everybody getting good, man. Like everybody getting super good. So to get through that conference undefeated, unscathed, you might as well go ahead and give them the natty.
Tink, hold on. Tink, hold on. So when I had to remove myself off the screen, I was trying to give you center screen. They saying they didn't hear nothing of what you was thinking about. Man, God dog it, I jacked it up, man. I jacked it up. You think you could run it back, man?
Oh shit, they didn't hear it, huh?
Nah, you can run it back though, right?
Say the same stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can try.
Hey, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to act like that ain't even happen. That's a good thing about the Coach Smook Morning Show. Listen, we can do this, y'all. We can do it. Like the guy said on Adam Sandler movies, you can do it. We can do it, Tink. So here we go. Yo, Tink, you on the line with Coach Smook, man. Hey, listen, the people have been waiting, man. They want to know.
All right.
What are we thinking about? Think about it. Go ahead, Tink.
Let's go. All right. We everybody, it's a brand new time for Bama football. It's 17 years. The day finally came when all of us was regretting and not wanting to see, and it finally came. It would have been nice to get him one more. We came super close. We came closer, and I think we probably should have with the personnel we had, coordinators and all that. And so he finally decided to turn them in. And, I mean, man, that's tough. That's something none of us wanted to see right there. But then any of us, I don't feel like really know who was going to step up to the plate, man. And didn't know too much about the guy from Washington besides he pretty much won everywhere he was. But then seeing the fact that he took the job, to me, that tells me
he's got that moxie about him, and I don't feel like you could be a coach at Alabama unless you do got it.
Right.
So that was really, really big. And, seeing how, everything's so different and new now in college with the transfer portal and the NIL and just everything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what's going to be really good for us is like the present Saban basically left us with that last recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all them cats will play in the league, eventually. So, and once they finally get on the field and start showing their abilities, there was a reason Saban went out, like he did with that last class, and I feel like they're going to be like the catalyst going forward for this DeBoer dynasty we got coming. You know what I mean?
Tink, I got a question.
All right, I might have an answer,
and I want you to think about it real quick. Would Coach Smook be crazy to think that we saw Coach Saban do it, right? And I made a video about this. We saw Coach Saban do it Coach Saban's way, and he set a nice foundation, 6 national championships, 17 years as the head coach here. I think it was 10 SEC championships, 7 or was it 8 national championship appearances? Some crazy jump. Somebody give me the stats on it. Would it be crazy?
Right.
Would it be crazy for Coach Smook to believe that Coach Saban stuck around to kind of accelerate Kalen DeBoer's career as the next head coach of the next great head coach of college football? Do you think Coach Saban, would it be crazy for Coach Smook to say that Coach Saban created Saban 2.0 when he hired Kalen DeBoer?
I think that'd be. I don't think that'd be crazy at all. I think. He left him the keys to one of them Lambos from his dealership. So all he got to do is just not wreck that thing.
Yeah, put that thing on the road. Just let it ride. Just all you got to do is let it ride.
That's one of them self-drive cars, bro.
Yeah,
that thing will drive itself. You just sit there, put them right plays in there.
That's it. Look, just turn the key. You ain't even got to put the destination.
You just got to push the. Hey, you just got to push the button.
Push the button. You ain't even got to turn the key no more. You just push the button. What she said? What Sue Young said on Rush Hour? Push a button. No, everybody else. That's what we gotta do. Push a button.
But I for real. I think them early games, that Wisconsin game, that's gonna be a big game, bro. That's gonna be a big game right there.
Think about it. Give me a prediction right now. Bama versus Wisconsin. What's the score? Got him. Put the pressure on him.
Off the top of the dome, I'm gonna go Bama 34, Wisconsin 17.
Oh, you think Wisconsin scoring 17 on Bama?
I'm gonna give them 17. It's still early in the season. We'll still be figuring it out. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. When I was at A-Day, I ain't too used to the whole 4-2-5 look and all this, but I tell you this, fam. Like on offense, it looked like we had 11, and on defense, it looked like we had 10.
Hey,
now I know it's just A-Day and all that, but the way that defense is so spread out, man, it looked like a team that could run the ball. It looked like they're just gonna line up and run for like 7 yards every play.
Hey, and that was the thing. Like I think that's what the whole test of A-Day was for this defense. You have to be able to flow. You have to be able to dissect and diagnose plays early in phase, early in the play. So I think that's what why the play calling was so basic and vanilla for the defense. You can talk to any defensive player. The guys that really were afforded the opportunity to have some real fun in this A-Day game was definitely that D-line. That D-line got to have they got to have a lot more fun.
They called out the defensive lineman's name more than they did anybody else on the defense, for sure.
Well, because they were actually coaching them into a lot of the stunts and the twist and things that you're going to see with the defensive front. You saw that a few with these 4-man, and I think it was a foundational step. You talk about just forcing the guys on the back end to basically continue to mold their read and react skills. You know, not giving them the freedom to really just float around and really match and push things off. Like, keeping it basic. React. We know it's going to be openness. How do you react? And so one thing that I will say is this. You saw a lot of those big run plays, those run blocking schemes, is because they weren't allowed to make the shifts into those gaps. They were doing exactly, can we get to the ball? Can we get to the ball? And I like that. I like the fact that on a lot of those tackles, you saw 5 and 6 guys in on the tackle. You know, even on pass plays downfield.
Yeah, I like the gang tackling and the swarm D aspect of it. I love that. All hats to the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And I see the adjustments happening.
I honestly think we're in really good hands, Smook. I'm just saying, I know I'm obviously Bama biased, but, I think we're in some pretty good hands. They're going to be, Georgia, Texas, even Ole Miss, they're going to be some really, really good teams in the SEC. So we're going to have to bring it every week. That's one thing about the SEC. They ain't no off weeks.
Ain't no off weeks.
Maybe Vanderbilt, but I don't even know if we got them on the schedule. I don't think.
I think we do. Do we got Vanderbilt AAA? I think we do got Vandy late in the season. No, I think that's Missouri. I think we got Missouri. No,
Missouri ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, Missouri is definitely going to be a team to watch early in the season. I wonder how they're going to start this year, because they're not going to be able to surprise people this year. I think people are expecting them to be good, and because of that, you kind of approach this game differently with how you approached it last year. You didn't expect them to have that potent offense that they had last year, and that running back was a big part of their success last year on the offensive side. Tink, before I let you go, man, any final statements, man? I want the people want you to leave us with a thought when it comes to this Alabama team. So when you go to bed at night, because I know you diehard Bama football, man. What's the thought that you have on your mind? And then we'll pose that to the chat, and then we'll get some phone calls and get some people to respond to the thought.
All right. Let's see here. Bama thought I go to bed with at night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be obvious is with Kalen DeBoer win a natty and within 3 years at Bama.
Ooh, think about it. Listen, think about it. AAA, SOS.
Yeah, think about that.
Think about that. Hey, that's how we're gonna say it. Think about that. That's what we're gonna call it. Will Kalen DeBoer be able to win a national championship in his first 3 years at Bama? That's a good one, Tink. Tell the people who we are, man. Tell the people what you're doing, and then I'm gonna let you off the line, my boy.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. I'm just right here in Central Florida, man, burning up like always.
Listen, you got that good sun down there. We need some of that up here.
I'm definitely working on that tan. Ain't no doubt about that. But this humidity is something serious, though.
Tink.
You can't even walk to the mailbox without breaking out in a sweat.
Man, listen. I already know. We get the same type of problems up here in this middle Alabama, North Georgia area where I be in between. Yeah. So yeah, it get bad. But Tink, make sure you looking out for the link, bro. Make sure you looking out for the link, the RSVP link for this Alabama Georgia tailgate outside with Coach Smook. Bama Georgia tailgate is gonna get so. Tink, I'm telling you, it's gonna get so real, bro.
I'm there, bro. I'm there.
I already know. And guess what? You better be ready for some karaoke. We already got a DJ. We got a DJ that's ready to lock in. It's time to get some karaoke. We signing everybody up. If you coming, if you come to the tailgate, you're doing karaoke. That should be part of the admission. You pay your admission fee,
bro.
Listen,
I sang. I used to sing pretty good when I was drinking, but I don't drink no more. But my ass is still sing.
All right, T. That's what's up, my boy. I love it, man. I love it. Tink, I appreciate you, man. And roll tide, my boy. I can't wait to see you again.
All right, man. Yeah, for sure. Roll tide. And what's up, AAA? Love y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They love you too, my boy. You already know.
All right, we'll see y'all. Have a good, blessed day, Smook.
All right, you too, Tink. Catch up with you, buddy. Yes, sir. Hey, shouts out to our guy, Tink, y'all. So, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We did not plan that. I hit him up. I was like, hey, you want to go ahead and give us something to think about? He jumped on. And so now he has something to go back and listen to, critique himself. I think it's going to be a hit because I'm telling y'all, we're going to have the music set up. I'm going to have a graphic set up for him. It's going to be lit, man. We're going to get our community involved, man. Got my brother calling in, got Tink calling in. We got Zach calling in every morning. Uncle Jay usually calling in. He just waking up. I ain't even going to lie. Uncle Jay just woke up. I'm just playing. Y'all know Uncle Jay be up and early. He be up and at it early. Probably out there, you know, spending some money somewhere. Big dog, big pockets. You know what I'm saying? Big Uncle Jay. You get what I'm saying? What was that? Bama Buds and hot dogs. Y'all stupid, man. Hey, that boy Tink, I'm telling y'all, Tink had some energy at A-Day. When he came walking across that street, man, I was like, that ain't Tink. And as soon as he said, I said, what's your name? And he said, I'm Tink, man. I said, bro, I hugged him so tight. Cause he was just so happy to see us, man. Me and Coach Sean, it felt good, man. I love it, man. It felt good to be appreciated, and it felt good, you know, to share that love. Tink is definitely gonna be a steady piece of this network, man. I'm telling you, definitely gonna be a steady piece. We got 78 live here on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all run the likes up. We got 110 live on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and you're trying to comment and you're trying to get me to see your comments, we're not gonna be able to see them. I don't know why. It's just set up like that with StreamYard. But if you slide on over here to YouTube, jump up in the channel on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. All you gotta do is subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you can't comment. We got to set up to where if you don't subscribe, you can't comment. So you you subscribe, then you able to comment. You subscribe for more than 10 minutes, that's when you're able to comment. Show some love. If you're going to troll, be a good troll. We want good trolls, man. We want to add some good trolls to the community. Some people that get the community riled up when you're talking about Bama football, especially if you like a Tennessee fan or an Auburn fan. Oh my God, my breakfast almost just came up. My breakfast. Bentley boy, what's good, my boy? How you feeling this morning? Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you. He needs to sing too. Oh yeah, Tink definitely gonna have to sing. He definitely gonna have to pull a selection, an A and B selection, sermonic selection. We gonna get Tink on the mic, y'all. It's gonna be crazy. Listen, just a few announcements before we get ready to go into our last phone call part of the day and really just discuss. We're gonna grade out Alabama's roster and what we feeling by position. Y'all know I like to do that at least once a week because things change throughout the week. Start getting more information about how things are shaping up on the roster, skill sets, personnel, guys putting in work. This person did that. This person did this. So we're going to dive into the roster. We're going to grade it out. I would love to have 2 phone calls to kind of just go through each position group and we'll break down, give a grade A through F, right? For each position group. And then we'll end the show like that this morning. But a couple of announcements, guys. Today, I will be putting out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we might try to do like a little promo video. We might be able to edit one before I put the link out today. 3:00. 3:30 Central Standard Time, 4:30 Eastern. I will be posting the link to the to RSVP for the Outside with Coach Smook Alabama versus Georgia tailgate in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We haven't locked it in, but we have 2 locations that we will be having it. What I want to do is get the word out early, start getting some numbers, some just about roundabout numbers, and then we'll be putting out another link. So when you RSVP, be looking in your email for the actual registration link, right? And that registration link will tell you, show you the cost. We're trying to keep it to where it's so cost efficient, man. If you have multiple people coming that you're going to be paying for, you're not spending a buck. We know that weekend is going to be expensive already, but we want to get the numbers there. We want people locking in and committed so that we don't have to make last minute changes. We know things happen, but go ahead and commit to it, man, because I'm telling you, this is going to be an opportunity to meet the community, but also this is just going to be a fun event, man. And I know it's going to be a lot of Georgia fans there that I know they're going to be coming and supporting. So don't just think that you're competing with other Bama fans to get in this space, because I think we're going to be limited to like 250, and I really think we're going to have more than 250 people in this parking lot. So and that'll be crazy. Imagine if we had more than 250 people showing up for a Outside with Coach Smook and AAA family event. That'd be crazy, right? So, and I think it could be done. I think because of our vibe and what we're doing over here, it can definitely be done. I'm gonna get with a lot of the mods here in the Discord. So if you're a moderator in the Discord, be on the lookout for some information today. Might need to have a meeting to discuss some things, and responsibilities will continue to be handed down as people are accepting of them, right? Because the bigger the team, the better. meaning and we can get more accomplished. It's not just about me. You know, KT, the boss lady, she do her job. Marquita do her job in the back. I try to do everything else on the out front. We got graphic designers coming onto the team. Guys that are going to help me with graphics. I'm looking for somebody to help with editing, somebody that can go and look at my current edits and, you know, kind of shape it up. So we just continue to build a team. We got Auntie Rita. I'm trying to make sure Auntie Rita straight, y'all. Make sure she straight. So when she come on and help me host this show, y'all gonna see the vibe. Y'all gonna see the different types of dynamics we're gonna bring to the show. We got Brody. We got Smook. Not Smook. We got Big T. YBK, my brother. We got Caleb. Big C coming on to the show for the Bros Corner. Y'all know Fridays we got the the elephant in the room. You get what I'm saying? We get to talk with the fellas. We bring a different pelliness on, right? Basically barbershop talk. We'll have some fan nights. We got game nights coming up, man. It's gonna be a lot going on in the community. So continue to support the channel. We're doing it different for a reason. And we're gonna continue to just build the brand, y'all. Build the brand, networking, showing people love, and showing everybody what it's really about being a true fan to whatever school. A Tennessee fan won't stand a chance in this room. Smooth. Hey, Kareem, I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Someone posts the time for me. My phone and my television aren't synced. Uncle Jay. It is now 10:17 at your humble abode, my brother. So by the time you hear this, it would be a minute and 30 seconds ago from the time I told you, or a minute and 30 seconds ahead from the time I said what I said, if you know what I mean. Cook some bread. Yeah. Ebony said it's 8:18. Oh yeah, she out there in Arizona. But listen, all right, we got time for one more phone call before we end the morning show for today. Y'all, tomorrow I will have tomorrow evening we will have some more recruits coming on, right? Tomorrow evening. Tomorrow morning though, I want to do a chance to, for giveaway entries tomorrow morning. So be on the lookout for all of the information that's coming out from all the socials, Coach Smook socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is going to be the primary one, and YouTube. I think it's time that we start. Yeah, let's just start posting videos. We're gonna start posting videos. So y'all be ready. Who rubbernecking? Who rubbernecking? Y'all get the rubbernecking. Hey, we gotta we gotta get a new belt. You can't call it B2A. We gotta call it for something. We can't call it. I was about to say TDA, but we can't call it that either. So y'all know I went home. I got some Callaway Blue. Y'all know I went home. That's all my folks drink. Callaway Blue and 1187. Who know what that 1187 is? Y'all know what 1187 is? If you know what 1187 is, what is it? First person that get it, they get a free entry for the giveaway. Mind you, speaking of giveaway, Marquita, if you got the giveaway banner, I think this gonna be the first thing that goes out, y'all. Because if I don't hurry up and ship it to somebody, I'm gonna use it. And it's sitting on my desk. Switch the leg. I like that. Get some 1730. Nah. Hey. KT cheated, y'all. KT don't count. She don't get a free entry. She cheated. 1180. Is it 1186? Dang, man. See, I still be messing that doggone junk up. It's 1186. And Josh, I was calling it 1738 when I was in Virginia trying to see if it was up there, but they don't have it. Yeah, but listen, this cup is fire. Tell me that junk ain't fire. Shout out to AAA. Shout out to Sean Williams for contributing to this big gift right here. Listen, this junk is fire, y'all. And I guarantee you, this one of them cups, I guarantee the ice stay in that mouth for like 3 or 4 days. Y'all remember them cups? When they first started coming out, them Yetis? That must keep ice in it for 3 or 4 days. And then, of course, when we get to the season, we got to work on getting these autographs, y'all. I'm working. I think you know what? I think the first autograph on that mug has to be like the Quan Menzie or somebody. What's that mean? TDTF. I don't get it. You need that? It's CTW cracked. Oh, Cynthia. That's borderline. I'm just playing. That might be fire though. CTW, can we put that on a shirt? I need to increase. Yes, Ebony, you definitely do. You definitely do. Touch that thing, folk. Ooh, touch that thing, folk. Touch that thing, folk. That's what that TDTF is. Touch that thing, folk. Daquan was random, but it made sense to you. Hey, Daquan, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he been texting me, showing his support, man. So I would love to get him on there. You know, just out of respect. You know, I personally know him. Oh, I know that number. Yeah, I know who that is.
Call from.
Jay Townsend.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Uncle Jay, you on the line with your nephew, Coach Smook. How you feeling this morning, Unc?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Listen, I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored. You know how it is. How you doing?
Hey, let me let you know one thing. I'm probably up before you every morning, okay? I heard that remark, okay? But I had to take my daughter to a dental appointment this morning, so I just logged on. I just took her back to school.
Uncle Jay popping over with the big guns, taking it.
Look,
boom,
I just want to let you know that I still have the military in me. Okay?
Listen, I feel you, Unc. I'm sorry. Look, I told you I was trying not to get jacked up today, but I just can't escape it, man. Uncle Jay or Auntie Janet, they gonna be on me, so I guess I'm gonna just get used to it. Well, how you feeling, Unc?
Hey, God is good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I can't complain. Like I said, I just took my baby to a dental appointment and dropped her off at school.
Yeah.
And I came in and I did get on here in time to hear you talking about Uncle Jay probably just woke up. But probably when you rolled over this morning, I was already up.
Hey, this morning you probably beat me, Uncle Jay. I ain't gonna lie. We didn't get off the road till almost 1:30 in the morning. And then got in and I started, you know, how you get home and you see stuff, you got everything done, but then you see something else and I got to pull it. I pulled the laptop out. And if anybody does anything content creation wise or runs their own business, you pull your laptop out where your work is on it, you always find some work to get tied up into. So I ended up doing that and about bust my head falling asleep, man. It was kind of funny, but I got some good rest this morning. Didn't even make it to the gym this morning. You know, body definitely needed the rest, but I'm gonna make it as soon as I'm off of this segment, going straight to the gym.
I hear you. Well, you know, I don't have a whole lot to talk about, but I'm happy. I see that we finally got to our goal as far as numbers, as far as scholarships, and we got another offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that necessarily means there's going to be any change as far as what I said, as far as what I think the starter is going to be on the offensive line. I think that's just going to add some depth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That kid, he's going to probably back Brailsford up at center, and then he may get some reps at another position. But I don't think he's going to walk in there and just walk in the starting position.
So I got a question. So and you stated your offensive line, your projected offensive line lineup. If you don't think it's going to be any change, and you think he's going to be able to back up Brailsford and somebody on the interior, what's our tackle position? What does that mean for our tackle position? Do you think this staff is confident in Proctor being the guy, or do you think he just adds more depth to the tackles on the offensive line? Are we seeing guys get really pushed out to being solidified as tackles only, not getting an opportunity at guard? What's your feels around that?
I think, just like I said the other day, I think he's going to have to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? I know he started last year, but he's missed most of the reps as far as the spring training and getting familiar with this offense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he won't ever get that starting spot, but right now, I think he's probably going to have to earn that. You understand what I'm saying? That would be the right thing to do, if you ask me. I mean, just because he started and he's coming back doesn't mean he should walk right into a starting position unless somebody's doing terribly bad, you know, right now. And from what Coach DeBoer said, he's pretty happy with the way things have gone as far as these guys that filled in that spot while, you know, they were in spring.
Right. And I think people gotta kind of just understand that we're still in a phase of really this staff is still evaluating guys. You know, they're not fully familiar with this full roster. So I think it's time to just kind of let go of what we knew this Bama team to be before Kalen DeBoer and the staff showed up, and really open our eyes to the evolution of what this team is becoming. And you're talking about a coaching staff that they want flexibility, they want options. So don't be surprised when you see guys get added to the roster and you're like, man, we already got a middle linebacker. Well, it's a reason why they're going after another middle linebacker. They see an opportunity for, hey, this is my guy that's great on run support. This is my guy that's great in coverage. We go into obvious passing coverage. We got substitute now. We don't have to put ourselves in bad spots. We're making ourselves flexible. So I think that's what this staff is doing. What I was going to say.
And
go ahead.
I think that we in the future, you're going to see Alabama come back to having dominant lines. You know, Courtney Morgan, I was listening to a interview that he did the other day, you know, and he was an offensive lineman. I mean, and he's really, really got an eye for talent. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And I think he's going to bring Alabama both offensive and defensive line back to where, you know what we once knew. I'll say it like that, because he's going to go out there and he's not necessarily paying attention to those stars. Like I told you, he's looking at who fits into this system. And
right.
He's also looking at that person as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Will they fit in this culture? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all of that plays a good part, a big part in having a successful team. You know what I'm saying? You got to have people that can definitely fit in and not come and make, bring any drama into the system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's going to be very important, but I'm very optimistic about where we're going. I think we're going to have a really good season, and I'm confident right now.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know who the actual starters are. They're basically they're watching and looking over everybody right now. But, you know, the people that were here during the spring, I think they got an upper hand because they have pretty much, you know, gotten somewhat familiar with what we're going to be doing this year. So that's the way I look at it.
Right. And while we jump into this last 3 minutes of this phone call, I want everybody to take notice to the poll that's in the chat right now. The question is, what's this Alabama's roster final regular season record? 12-0, 11-1, 10-2, 9-3, or worse. Those are your four options. Go in there, get the votes up. I'm going to give Uncle Jay some. We're going to do some hip fire questions. Uncle Jay, I want you to just quick assessment. I mean, give your answer and quick assessment on these questions. What we're going to do is we're going to grade out all of the position groups. We're going to grade out all the position groups currently left on this roster. And we're going to start with the quarterback room. You got Jalen Miro, you got Austin Mack, Ty Simpson, Dylan Lonergan, all four scholarship quarterbacks retained after spring. Nobody hit the portal. What's your grade for this group and kind of your assessment of the overall group?
I give it an A. I think we got one of the best, if not the best, quarterback room there is in college coming into this season right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm really happy that these guys are locked in and buying into the program. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't jump up and run like a lot of people thought they would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're waiting their turn and they're working. You know, it's all about competing. You understand what I'm saying? Now they're seeing what Alabama did in the past, okay?
Right.
It wasn't all about, okay, this guy's been here longer. It was about who's going to win that spot. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they got to compete. Right now they're competing to see who's going to be the backup. You understand what I'm saying? And they're good with that. So I give them an A, like I said, because all of them are talented and they really bought into the system. and nobody jump up and ran just because they said they feel like Milroe's going to be the starter.
Okay. Running back room. What's your grade there? And chat, AAA, I need y'all to run your grades up. We just graded out the quarterback room. Uncle Jay grading them out of A. I'm gonna be right there with you. A. I'm right there with you. Running back room.
And I'm coming back with an A on the running back too, because I mean we got some really, really good running backs. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, again, we got a lot of guys that could have jumped up and ran, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They have bought into this program, and they're wanting to work and earn the spot. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
'Cause I think all of them are pretty much all of them are going to see the field. You understand what I'm saying? Some more than others. But with the scheme, the offense that Coach DeBoer runs, everybody's going to have an opportunity to see the field at some point. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think I admire these kids for sticking out, you know, and not running off. Again, I give them an A, just like I did the quarterback.
Okay. We got and we're gonna go through these two groups because I do not want to get stuck on these two groups. Y'all know how I get when I talk about them. Tight ends. Let's go tight ends first.
Tight ends, I'm gonna say B plus.
Okay.
I mean, I think we got some good tight ends. I don't know a whole lot about them. You know, tight end is a position that even with me learning more from you guys about all the positions, I haven't really locked in on all of these kids to where I just know that they're talented.
Right.
I know that they're ready to learn, and I think they're gonna be good. So I'm gonna give them a B plus.
Yeah, and I was gonna say A minus, B plus area because I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This is a group of big tight ends. You won't see the hybrid look of a tight end in this room. All of these guys are big tight ends, talking about 6'3 plus, 245 plus. You're not going to see a 6'5, 225 tight end on this roster. Caleb Odom already got moved out to wide receiver. They kind of they want a big X, and he was that field. He had the skill set. But you got some tight ends that really have wide receiver skill sets in those big bodies, Danny Lewis, CJ Dupree, both those guys are some big guys as far as height. And then you got Robbie Oots, who's not as tall as those guys, but just as athletic, more fullback size, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to be your primary blocker. And Josh Cuevas has some hands. I was not expecting his ball skills to be that good. So a lot of quality talent in that tight end room. Wide receivers, Uncle Jay. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna tell you right now. My grade of the wide receivers right now, what we have available and what's coming in, I think this is going to be the group that has the biggest impact, but it won't be as large on the stat sheet as a lot of people think it is. And I'm going to tell you why, because there's going to be so much talent in this room that gets the ball distributed that we might only have two players with 55 plus receptions because there will be 15 guys with 5-6 plus receptions. You get what I'm saying? So for that reason, I think this is probably one of your strongest rooms on the offensive side, and I'm gonna grade them out as an A.
Yeah, and you stole my thunder because I was going to say the same thing because they're going to spread it around so much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're not going to have somebody like Jameson Williams or Mechie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're going to have, people with 40, 50 catches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you may have 4 guys with that many receptions. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the main thing is for them to hold on to the ball.
Yes.
That's the main thing. If they hold on to the ball, I give them an A, because, we got the talent.
Right.
And then the system, like I said, we can't look for them and be disappointed if we don't have 2,000-yard receivers because the balls are going to be spread around, and we also got a good run game as well.
Right. And now to talking about run game, we just got done kind of touching on pass game with the wide receivers. Offensive line. What are you grading this offensive line group out? And knowing what we have on the roster now, and I need everybody to listen to this part. What we have on the roster now, we saw what we had available at spring training. We lost the starting center from spring training, but we see what we got coming in with Parker Brailsford. You see if you go and watch the film on Vander Vanderham, you see what he brings to the field. You look at with a possible projected starter lineup. What are we grading this offensive line group? Not necessarily how they're going to match up in the season against different teams, but what are we grading this group right now as far as a talent standpoint for what's on the roster?
I'm gonna give them a B+ as far as the talent on the roster right now.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm very optimistic about this offensive line, even more than I was for last year. We came on in the end of the season last year, but like I said, I think this spring and then this new system, the sky's the limit. I really think that we're going to be good, and I think we're going to see a really, really explosive offense.
I'm right there with you. I think this offensive line, I'm going to be a little bit different, man. And I'm going to tell you like this because I know what this offensive scheme entails. The more I continue to do my research, I think this offensive line will end up being the group for the offense. We will average by week 7 after the Tennessee game. I guarantee you the rest of the season, it's going to be hard to keep Alabama's offense from averaging 38 points a game. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because we're going to play a defensive scheme where we don't get beat over top a lot. And as the season goes along, you see the defense begin to play a lot closer to the line of scrimmage with their second level and interior coverage schematics and how they passing things off. You'll see them kind of float a little bit more. They'll kind of their match zones will be a little bit more expanded, and guys will have more freedom to kind of bounce off of each other and use chemistry instead of using textbook to kind of play through plays and as they develop. So I like what the defense will help our offense do, which will give the offense more reps, more opportunity for reps. And when, your offensive line gets going early when you're able to run the ball. Kalen DeBoer is committed to running the ball. And because of that, I think that's what's going to make this offensive line be so dominant. Being able to get a hat on the defensive line and those linebackers early, those secondary guys that are coming in the box to help with run support. You get your big bodies on them moving forward and stop sitting them in that little pass pro stance 80% of the game. You're going to see a difference. So for that reason, I'm gonna say A- for the talent on roster here with the offensive line, and I think they probably going to be the most improved group on the roster. Now let's go to the defensive side. We're going to shoot through these kind of quick. Let's go D-line. What are you grading this D-line group out?
I'm gonna say B+, maybe A-. Blitz, baby, blitz. I think we're gonna really, really get to the quarterback this year. I really think we're gonna get to the quarterback. Not only I ain't gonna jump the gun, but this defense, I'm excited about this defense.
Yeah.
But I just want to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to see him on the field. Before I get overexcited. But I'm excited about him. I'm excited about this whole team. It's hard for me not to give everything an A.
Yeah.
Based on the, if we go by names, I got to give every one of them an A. You understand what I'm saying? But then I got to keep in mind that these guys are learning a new system too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I got to slack up a little bit. So that's why I'm saying a B+, A-. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to see a really, really tenacious defense this year.
Yeah, and people are talking about the D-line right now. I'm gonna be right there. I see the talent. I see the roster, the talent on the roster, the names. You're talking about the likes of Jaheim Otis, Tim Keenan, Ja Latham, LT Overton, Jordan Renard, Jeremiah Beeman, Hunter Osborne, Asai Fega, who else? Tim Smith, James Smith. Like all of these names, bro, all of these Damon Payne Jr., all of these names where guys were like literally in their classes, they were top 5, top 10 defensive linemen, and they're on the roster. Just how do they fit with this new scheme? Now that they get to be a lot more aggressive in run blitzing and attacking the quarterback in the pass game, like how do they change? And I'm right there. I'm right there at a B. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna honestly say B-, because there was a lot of games last year where our D-line really just didn't show up in that gap scheme. And sometimes it wasn't necessarily play calling. Sometimes guys just really got out of place and didn't show up. But you saw a lot of times also last year where it was the defensive line that actually saved the game or changed the momentum of the game. So I'm very optimistic. I'm excited. Linebackers, inside linebackers, outside linebackers, including the edge rushers. What are we grading this group out? And if I can steal your thunder one more time, I'm giving this group, out of all the groups on this team, I think the linebackers and the running backs are probably my most I'm not worried about. So I'm going to give this linebacker group an A.
I'm right there with you. I
had to steal the thunder just one time for the defensive side. I got you on the offense. That linebacker room, Uncle Jay, I'm telling you, when I look at this linebacker room, I hate to even call out the names because I don't think people realize what type of talent we are being privy to right now in this linebacker room. It hasn't been this much talent since probably 2013, 2012-ish with the linebacker depth. And I'm gonna just read off some names, and then I'm gonna let you get your little your evaluation. So the linebackers, and I'm gonna just start calling these names out, and you tell me where I could go wrong at. Jeremiah Alexander, Jahad Campbell, Sterling Dixon, Justin Jefferson, Caden Jones, Keon Keeley, Keona Cope, Deontay Lawson, Justin O. You got Quindarius Robinson. You got Jay Sean Ross, the true freshman that people continue to forget about for some reason. Yes, the speedy guy off the edge that y'all seen at spring practice. Yes, I had to do a double check too. That was number 43. That was Jay Sean Ross, the true freshman, early enrollee. You got Quay Rusaw. Y'all know him. Carvin Montgomery. You got, and then you got, what's the kid? Jonathan Turner, who ended up, nobody. Nobody knows who this kid is. And you go look at 8A film. Go look at 8A film. Go look at number 58. Look how he's moving around on that field. And then you got guys coming in, QB Reese. You know, they coming in on this class. Like, this is a solid linebacker room. Uncle Jay, what's your grade out for these guys?
Hey, I give it an A plus, and I had to go and turn my heat on because I got chill bumps when you start calling all those names. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got the freezing in here after hearing that defense, and then you start talking about those linebackers. I mean, all those names, man. It got cold in here. I had to go turn the heat on.
You got guys like who we got? Noah Carter coming on campus next.
Oh, man.
Like, bruh, you talking? I mean, just athletes galore in the linebacker room, left and right. You know. Oh, see, Ebony just said Noah Carter popping it. Like, I mean, QB Reese, Noah Carter, those are guys that I feel like could get on the field this year, whether it's on special teams. I'm telling you, the pickup time for these true freshmen is going to be so fun to watch this season. These first 4 to 5 weeks, I think the pickup time or what they call the garbage time, I think the garbage time play is going to be so fun because these kids know they're not coming in with that pressure to have to start and fill their voice, but they're ready. You get what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, man, this linebacker group is definitely going to be the catalyst to how successful this defense is, you know. And then last but not least, man, the DB group, the secondary, that's safeties and corners. What are we grading this secondary out to be? What's currently on roster, what we just picked up in the portal, and how they what kind of feels you got from A-Day from them?
Well, I'm confident now. I mean, we got some depth. That was the thing that I worried about most. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is the depth in case anybody got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I'm gonna say A minus.
A minus.
A minus. I think we good at in the secondary. I mean, I'm excited about this whole team. I'm just be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the season to start. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
I mean, y'all gonna be seeing me here soon, so you need to give me a call so we can communicate on this thing as far as on the 22nd, because I'm gonna be down there for sure, and I plan on being back for the Georgia game as well. So you need to get with me so we can communicate on that.
Yes, sir. Listen, Uncle Jay, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Tell the people what's up, man, and give us your final statement. And yeah, I'm gonna call you today. As a matter of fact, I'm actually gonna put a meeting out there for all the mods, everybody that's in the Discord, all the mods, and people that want to support. I'm gonna give y'all a contact. One of my moderators will be the point of contact for communicating anything from the support base to the admin team for all events coming up. I guess we'll have like an event coordinating team or event communications team where we get, some of the volunteers together and they kind of just maintain and put all the information out. They'll be the ones that we kind of circulate information through, but definitely be in this Discord today. If you're not in the Discord, make sure I post a link before we get out of here today. But Uncle Jay, let the people know what's up, man, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man.
Hey, can I say anything I want to say on here?
Anything you want to say, Uncle Jay?
Let me tell you something. I'm with Roll Tide Willie. Blitz, baby. Blitz, Bama, blitz. And I don't give a damn about nothing but Bama.
I feel you, man. Listen, you know what, Uncle Jay? I think this year, because of the such, that big change with losing Coach Saban, I think this year is probably going to be one of the dullest college football seasons for people outside of Bama fans. Outside of Bama fans are going to be so disappointed because of what Coach Kalen DeBoer and his Bama team is going to do. Like, people are really like, this would be a great season if Alabama goes 10-2 again, and then we end up losing in the first round. This would be a great season for college football, right? But because it's not going to be that, I strongly believe that it's not going to be that. I really think this, like, people going to tap out. You won't see Facebook being as active week 7 and week 8, of the season. Like, Florida fans, they always disappear after week 4, week 5 during the season. They always disappear. Auburn fans usually, like, if they drop a New Mexico State game week 3, they disappear into the Iron Bowl, and they all of a sudden show up and talk about they 10 toes down. Like, nah, we know what time it is, but I really think this year is going to be different. Alabama football is going to disappoint college football, and everybody's going to be sad. Nobody's going to want to talk trash to us. We're going to have to go and find trolls. Like, I'm taking troll applications for the channel now. So,
Roll Tide.
Listen, Roll Tide, Uncle Jay. I catch up with you, man. Look, Uncle Jay be ready to act up, man. I'm telling y'all. He said, "Can I say anything I want on this?" Listen, man. Hey, Triple A. We need one more like to hit the 100 like goal for our streams, y'all. We need one more like, and we gonna have that thing. Listen, let me see. Let me go back to the stream right here on this side while I get our announcements out. Are we there yet? We just hit 100 likes, man. Appreciate y'all. I just seen the little thing go across the screen. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, give yourselves some applause, man. Y'all continue to support the channel. I appreciate it. I really do. I am so happy to be here every morning. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what? We might go Monday through Friday. We just want to do a Wednesday night show because I do. I found a Bible study, a church that I want to start going to the Bible studies at. So, definitely want to get back into that. Y'all know I'm all about my spirituality and my relationship with God, my creator. So, definitely want to have space to keep myself focused on that end. But final announcements, man, before we get out of here. Play Bama Anthem by 60. Listen, I would get copyrighted. And if you don't believe me, I have it right here. I have it right here queued up in the back, and it has a red tag on it. You know what? Nah, because then I won't get paid. You want to hear some? We do requests on Kick side, and then in Discord. Y'all know we can't get copyright in Discord. So, hey, and then also, listen, something funny that happened. We could talk about it while we closing out. Everybody was joking about Coach Saban. Everybody talking about Coach Saban taking a picture on his iPhone, right? So, what's funny is you get to see how much Kristen and Miss Terry look alike in this picture. Shout out to Auntie Rita. She was the one that kind of pointed it out, but it's crazy. You don't get to see. It's funny. You see the family for this many years, right? And you see how things have changed. Let me see if I could post it up here. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this picture up real quick. Shout out to Coach Saban for taking this picture. Look. Coach Saban done took a picture. She said, breaking, Nick Saban takes his first ever picture on his iPhone. So I remember seeing Coach Saban have an iPhone out one time during his time as the head coach. And they were coming from, was that the 2018 SEC Championship game? And I can't remember what was said. It was a joke made about Coach Saban actually having a phone. And he was like, yeah, I don't got a Twitter, you know. He said, I don't do none of that, you know. He said, as long as I could text, he said, I don't even like texting. I'd rather just call people, you know. He said, Kareem Hood with the $5 super chat. He said, Smook, you're the man, and AAA roll tide. Appreciate that, Kareem 40. Kareem Hood 40 with the $5 super chat, man. Much love, my boy. Hey, for everybody that super chatted today, appreciate the love. But y'all look at Kristen and Miss Terry. Miss Terry look like she just been living her best life, y'all. Miss Terry been looking like she been living her best life. Kristen, no pretty self. It was cool seeing Kristen at Pro Day supporting her brothers. Her big brother Terrion, her little brother. I can't remember if they the big brother or little brother. I think he the little brother. But yeah, shout out to Miss Terry and Kristen. Shout out to Coach Saban with the fire photo. Got that iPhone. Looked like he got that new. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the quality. It was something else I wanted to check out too. What y'all think about this list right here? Hold up, I'm about to pull it up. And it's just to kind of close out, kind of bring out some discussions for tonight, some topics for tonight. So check out this average class rank. This is what I want y'all to see when the final rankings come out for Coach DeBoer in his 25 class. So this is the average class ranking. Shout out to On3 for this graphic here. What y'all think about this? The average class ranking for Alabama in the past 3 years, right? And we've seen how our squad has struggled during the season, but we've still been able to maintain, you know, basically based off of this in the past 3 years, either number 1 or number 2 ranking. 1.5. That means we've been number 1 at least once or twice in the past 3 years. Georgia's right there, but you look at all the schools that's below us, right? And look at how the college football playoffs is shaped up. Do you see Washington on here? Do you see a Kalen DeBoer coach team? And guess what team has only lost 3 games? There's only one team that hasn't lost more games than Kalen DeBoer's coach teams for the past 2 years. And that team is Georgia. Think about that. Alabama has lost more games or just as many games as Kalen DeBoer in the past 2 years with these recruiting classes. And you don't see Washington with a top 10 recruiting class, right? You don't see them with an average class rank being in the top 10. So that goes to show you that Coach Kalen DeBoer knows how to coach some winning football. What else we got over here? Then I saw this graphic here. On3 per Jesse Simonton. On3 been putting out a lot of info or a lot of little charts and stuff. Top 10 O-line units. What y'all think about that? Number 4, with all the problems or the questions we have at the offensive line, they're rating us number 4. I think that's pretty fair. We got a lot of talent returning, a lot of quality guys that's been graded high in the draft boards. You know, Parker Brailsford, who was getting high draft grades as a true freshman, right? Compare his grades and things to other centers in the league, in the nation, graded very highly. Right, you look at Missouri's production from last year. That was a solid offensive line. They returned a lot of their core. I think they're only replacing their right tackle, if I'm not mistaken. Oregon, with Dan Lannon in that offense, you know, they got Dylan Gabriel as the starting QB coming into this season. So it's gonna be different. Got Georgia. They're always gonna have a stout offensive line. What type of offense do we see Georgia? Do they continue to evolve, or are they gonna continue to stick with the Mike Bobo, you know, that Bozo stuff? You know what I'm saying? That Mike Bozo stuff. LSU being rated the number 1 offensive line. I'm ready to see how that turns out for LSU. I don't think they're going to have one of the better offensive lines. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this is right here. Here we go. All right, yeah, and this was another graphic I wanted to show y'all. This kind of gives y'all a full look at what the final transfer portal roster. I think I named all these guys, man. Oh yeah, I forgot the kicker. My fault. Shout out to the kicker, Graham Nicholson, Lou Groza Award winner. These are the final guys that the final portal reports, guys that came in. You got Austin Mack from Washington, Parker Brailsford, Jeremy Bernard, Josh Cuevas. All those guys came from Washington. You got Keon Sabb from Michigan. You got Caden Proctor, came back from Iowa. Got Graham Nicholson, Lou Groza Award winning the kicker after losing Will Riker. That was huge. Cam Howard, the DB from Charlotte, You know, we haven't been talking much about him. I think he kind of is an underlier because he's a developmental talent, I believe. A guy that's got an opportunity now, got some good looks. And it's somebody that Mo Linquist is very familiar with, right? It's Sean Jones, King Mack. So y'all see the DB depth get rebuilt. We seen that that was a place that we wanted to rebuild, right? And then to close it out, the last offensive line signee, Geno Vandermark. I think that just adds, you know, everywhere we need to address for this portal. I think we hit it right on the head. And got some pluses with Jeremy Bernard, Parker Brusford, Keon Sapp. Those were pluses to me. Those guys were pluses. Getting Caden Proctor back was definitely a plus, you know. So yeah, I think this is a good portal class. I think we overall graded this class a A-. We graded this class a A-. You look at it on paper, I think they're the number two portal ranking right now for this portal grades. So that's an overall review of everything going on in Bama, y'all. Bama news, Bama sports, Bama college football, all of that good stuff. Y'all, I am so excited and grateful to have you all here. Be on the lookout for the tailgate, Alabama versus Georgia tailgate outside with Coach Smook. September 27th and 28th is the date. We might go ahead and do 27th through the 29th. So people that want to show up Friday night, we'll do a meet and greet. Saturday will be the game day event. Sunday, we'll do a brunch at a local restaurant where we link up and we just have a good time. Plan to do a giveaway, do some type of award, something to appreciate you all as the community. And the team that's going to be helping organize this thing. It's going to be a huge event. I think we can have a great time if you guys just continue to support. Don't forget to run the likes up on the way out the room, man. We are sitting at, let me double check this. How many likes we sitting at? Last time I checked, we was at 101, I think. So we at 108 likes on the stream. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. And don't forget, y'all, yes, it's my B-Day week countdown, y'all. My birthday is Sunday. So starting tonight, I'll be doing something special, you know, kind of like a week celebration. And for all my birthdays, somebody important to me, birthday is today, the 13th. Somebody's birthday is today. If you have a birthday today, if you have a birthday this month, as a matter of fact, I need all my people that are members of the AAA. I need you to send me on Discord. We need to post. We'll create a birthday channel. We'll create a birthday channel. And I need all the birthdays to go in there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it while we live right now. Post your birthday. B-Day channel. Text channel. I just posted it in the Discord. I'm gonna post the invite link here. June 6th. I see you, Caleb King. They go to Discord link right there. I thought. There it is. There we go. Great show, Smook. All right, appreciate you, Gil. Listen, there goes the Discord link. I think I posted it right there. There goes the Discord link. You hit that link, that gets you to the server, even if you haven't joined the server yet. Don't forget, we do accept donations. You don't just have to be a fan funder. If you want to donate, man, we got Venmo, Cash App. You can donate directly. Everything that's going to the Coach Smook Network, Cash App is being poured back into the network so that we can do giveaways. We can start putting down deposits for all the things that we're going to be doing event-wise for the community. Like I said, sponsors, giveaways. I'm trying to get my system set back up so I can start gaming, y'all. I think Wednesday will probably be a day where we do like a game where y'all get to come in and actually watch a virtual simulation of the future Bama roster. Like I said, I'm shaping that roster up. I got some people working on the back end doing that. But shaping that roster up to get a realistic look at what our team is going to look like and start playing some of these games out and kind of just being hypothetical of how things can go. Plan on making the settings extra hard so that we can, we don't relish in just whooping up on people. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Josh Howard with the 199 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man, for the 199 super chat. Oh, my bad, Marquita. You got it. I'm sorry, Boss Lady. Smook has multiple definitions. A large bony... Wait. To fish for Snoop... to show arrogance and conceit or to make a gesture of thumbing one's nose in defiance. So, wait. Oh, I thought you was talking about me. I was like, dang, I didn't know I had a meaning for my name. That's crazy. Anyway, appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in as always, man. And today, words of encouragement, y'all. So, let me see if I get this track up. I think y'all might like this one. Let me see. I like this little beat right here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so check this out. So I'm gonna share something with y'all. I shared it on Twitter this morning. Well, this is the scripture that I was taught like growing up, right? This is something that my family kind of was foundational about when we were talking about like pressing towards your goals, pushing past resistance, pushing past, opportunities for lessons. Like, we don't necessarily call them failure anymore. You can accept failure, you can acknowledge failure, but you don't have to accept failure. Meaning when you experience failure or you miss a mark, you don't necessarily quit on going for that mark. You just pick back up and you try a different way to get there, right? You take what you learned from missing and you don't repeat it. You add on to it or you take away so that you can have a more accurate shot when you take it. So the Bible says in Matthew 7:8, it says, for everyone who keeps on asking, this is the Amplified version, it said, for everyone who keeps on asking receives, and he who keeps on seeking finds, and to him who keeps knocking, it will be opened unto you. And simply saying, like, Jesus taught and the Bible teaches that, there's no reason to give up. If you have an opportunity to try again, if you have an opportunity to continue to look at the next step or try to find the next step, if you have the opportunity to just, be in the now, and appreciate, you need to maximize that opportunity, and every opportunity doesn't yield the results that you plan for them to yield. But if it presents an opportunity for you to create another opportunity, begin to create. Don't wait for somebody to push you into it. Push yourself. It's good to have that support group around you to push you into these moments. But the moment you can take that and always remind yourself, I have another opportunity to create, go ahead and create. And that don't mean necessarily you got to be a content creator or something. Like you create opportunities by just the way you think. Oh man, I didn't make it to the gym this morning. Now I have an opportunity to go to the gym at noon. Now I have a tighter time schedule. So now I have to be able to focus a little bit more to really complete my workout. Oh man, I spent too much at this restaurant. Now, I can't do it. Nah, you spent too much at this restaurant. Now, how we going to suffice? How we going to rebound? But how many sandwiches we got to make this week instead of 2? How many we got to make this week? We got 4? You get what I'm saying? So that's just, it's creating opportunities, y'all. And I think when you have that type of mindset, you set yourself up for success. Failure isn't like a deterrent. It's a motivation. It's an accelerator. When you miss, because especially when you gave it your all, when you miss, you try a lot harder. Because you gave it your all, and if you miss giving it your all, oh man, that's okay. Boom, let me go back and try again. So. And don't measure your misses, y'all. A miss is a miss. No matter if you miss wide or close, it's a miss. Let it be a miss. Because your wins, you don't necessarily measure your wins, do you? So why do we measure our misses? So continue to knock, continue to seek, and it's going to be given to you. Keep God at first, keep God at the head, and I promise you're going to start to experience success. You got to train your mind. You got to continue to do this thing on the daily and continue to, push forward. Don't allow the misses to misguide you, or don't allow the failures to cause you to tap out. Continue to push. It's just an opportunity for it's just another opportunity to create. Take those opportunities to create. So that being said, I want to say thank everyone for tuning in to the Coach Smook Morning Show. Make sure you tune in later. We will be live 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, live here with some possible new guests. We might have like 2 or 3 people pull up throughout the segment. We will have phone call segments, and we got some reality versus reach tonight. Some phone call reality versus reach. So be ready to call in and interact. Make sure you tell your friends, to tell a friend, to tell your mama, to tell your pappy, to tell your auntie, to tell your uncle, to tell your little cousin, to tell your baby cousin, auntie, nephew, them. That Coach Smook gonna be live with the evening show. All right, y'all pull up on me later. And with that being said, it's your boy Coach Smook, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out, baby.